how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hope you guys are having a wonderful, beautiful day. Let me go ahead and fix up the webcam real quick. Actually, I'm looking a little blue, aren't I, on the webcam? I did have a thing happen. Basically, I was stupid and accidentally turned my computer off at one point. So the webcam automatically sets things as really blue. Can I change that any? Hold on. There's got to be like configure something about it, right? Where there's just a little bit of that balancing to it. Maybe it's this thing. Hold on. There we go. Give myself a little bit more of that color in there. It's looking a little more natural than just being straight up blue. But how's it going, boys? Welcome back to another stream. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Let's get some duels up and running. Today, we're going to be having duels over on the NA. Am I looking a little? Let me go. I kind of want to lower it down a little, the white balance. You know, it's looking more natural, but we'll lower it because I really just got to mess with some of these settings overall, shouldn't I, at one point or another? But how is everybody doing? Welcome back to another stream. Let's get some duels going, boys. What's up, Sajuk? How you doing, my man? What's up, Adabet? You got C-Vark, 2 out of 5 ally. Awesome. How's it going, Motor? How you doing, my man? Is just around the corner. Get prepared for the patch. I am. I've been waiting for this patch for a while. Let me get the music up and running as well. Yeah, I've been waiting for patch 2.3, dude. I cannot wait. It feels like it's only in a couple days, right? It's literally only in a couple days. But it feels like I've been waiting for it forever. At this point, it's just like, wait, it's actually happening type of deal. You know what I mean? Let me get the music up and running, though. Alrighty, boys. Do we have somebody else besides C-Work pop in a group together? I certainly hope so. 5 out of 5. Perfect. Let's get ourselves a duel going, yeah? Let's get some duels cracking right now. Once I get the audio up and running. Hope you're having a good one, C-Work, by the way. Hope you're having a good one, my man. We got 5v5 character. Perfect. We got the audio up and running. Ready. We just need a second group. Do we have a second one up and running? Do we got the Boris with the group, the player with the group, the Sav with the group? Sav hitting me up, my man. 3 out of 5. Perfect. Boys, y'all are more than welcome to join the 5v5 1v1 duels. We got some groups up and running in LG. If you guys want to find how to join any of these groups, go to player versus player, premier group, custom PvP, find a group, 5, enter. And you should be able to find a 5v5 1v1 group on the US side. Horde or Alliance, so check both. There should be some group Alliance. I don't see if I got a group on Alliance. Sav, I think got a Horde group, maybe? I don't know if it will show me like what tune is on. Yeah, I can't shift left click him. I'm in the Onyx group. Perfect, my guy. Perfect. Hope you're having a good one, my man. So sick of Nazatar. You know what? For your ults, you might need to go back to Nazatar if you're having to grind certain essences. Since I have not made him account bound or anything. So you might need to if you get a new character and it says Lucid Dream might be your best essence. You're like, man, I might have to go grind those followers again. Although I think they nerfed the XP needed for the followers and stuff, right? I know they nerfed the reputation needed. Like, instead of exalted, you just need revered. Which is a lot easier to get. I just got my survival hunter to revered with Mechanome so I can get the AoE essence. So I can maybe make survival work finally. I feel like I wasted so much time with that survival hunter, man. I'm getting this AoE essence, and it's like I feel like I could have just went for conflict and strife and gotten basically the same result. But I felt like Purification Protocol is gonna be the AoE I needed. You know what I mean? What's up, Jace? I know, man. Can't wait to sacrifice people in the name of Nazad. Oh yeah, go for it, dude. You are going to be able to get the PvP thing. If you go out in the world and get Assassin, you will be able to actually work for Nazath and kill players for Nazath. I think if you kill like 10 while you're an Assassin, I think you have to kill members of your own faction, like Hordes. Then you'll be able to get something cool out of it, like an achievement. Hopefully like a toy, dude. What if you could get a fucking mount for that shit, dude? That would be hype. Now that would be freaking cool. Blizzard said no new in the new Q&A they'll make catch up for instance later in A3, so they'll make all that stuff easier. Okay, well I guess there's that. What one is it going to be, like 835 or something? I feel like by then we'll be all about Shadowlands, you know what I mean? But maybe this next patch is going to be like there's going to be so much content and it's going to be so long term because A2 has been a very long term patch. I'm almost expecting for A3 to come in, be there for like 2 months, and then everybody's going to be like, all right, when Shadowlands. But A2 has been a long-term patch. I've been like grinding on my tunes the whole patch. It has been enjoyable. There's a possibility. Sav, 4 out of 5. Hordes, if you got any more Hordes in the chat. We're trying to get the group together. 5v5 1v1 duels. Sav, got a Horde group if you guys want to join him. Go to player versus player, premier group, custom PvP, find group, type 5 in search, enter, and find him in his group. That'd be perfect. If anybody else wants to start a group as well, you guys are more than welcome to. More than welcome to. I was going through a lot of footage today from yesterday's video, or yesterday's duels. Dude, there's so much footage. I feel like I could... There's so much good footage too. Except for like a couple of the duels where I was just like... One of the duels actually don't even have the audio, so that one's just a bust already. I mean, I could get the audio, but I looked at it, it was like... It was a Feral 5v5, I was like... I feel like I have a lot of those already right in the channel. But there's a lot of those that are super enjoyable to watch, super enjoyable to play. I'm just like so getting into just watching it. You know, cut out the boring parts. I'm like, oh my god, he's so good. I could literally... Did somebody fall? Oh, what the fuck? Did it queue? I don't know why my sunglasses fell. How's it going? But healer is changing Azeroth traits. What? You guys have a healer in your group? What? Sav, no. Tell him to go DPS, dude. DPS are out. Boris got a group ready. Sav, I don't know if you actually have a group guy going. Hold on. I don't know if you actually have an actual full healer. You swap to DPS? Oh, I'm afraid, dude. I'm gonna try to queue you again. It's bugged. I'll try to queue you again, but we'll see how it goes, my guy. Yeah, if you actually got a healer, tell him, no. I don't want none of that, dude. I don't want none of that. I don't care who it is either. What are we gonna have, like a disc priest come in and just be like, what the fuck is this? This is gonna be duel to last forever. It's gonna be dampener duel. That's what it's gonna come down to. It's gonna be the disc priest is gonna survive there for like 20 minutes. We're gonna go into like 40-50% dampening. Somebody's gonna die, then somebody's gonna kill the priest. Or maybe that priest will be the guy that dies. We're not getting the queue? Okay, hold on, let me queue. So I'm gonna keep queuing. I'm gonna keep queuing, boys. We'll see what happens. Seawork, it does say that it gave you the queue. Blade's Edge. Did it work? Did it work? I'll put my sunglasses here because they usually closer to the edge. Alrighty, I guess we got it in. Switch. We got ourselves Team Red with... Who do we got? We got ourselves... Rini? Chinny. I don't know what to say about your name. You got ourselves Seawork as well. I think going in as more of an arcane mage. Aaron Daliak. Aaron as a Fury Warrior. I do like the gem slot eyeball piece. You know what I mean? We got Kyle Jr. back as a good old Feral. And you said what? Playing as a Sass, I want to say. We also got ourselves Team Blue with Booming coming back on his Shaboy boy, more like Shagirl. Look at that, dude. Looking so good. We got ourselves Death Sleek. We got ourselves Illiterate coming back as an enhancement maniac. Lucron on the Demonology and Twinkle Wink. We got ourselves quite a matchup, dude. We got ourselves some big boys in this one. Who's going to be going first and who's going to be going last? I think Team Red is still trying to figure out. It looks like Boomin is going to be coming in with a big boom in here. He's going to come in blasting people left and right. It's going to be Aaron up first as a Fury Warrior. Is Boom going to have an easy time with this one? I actually haven't seen Boom play that elemental against Fury Warriors. I feel like the elemental kind of lags on that duel immediately. Aaron getting hit with a lightning lasso immediately, and Boom is trying to get himself as much distance as possible. But Aaron, how are you so tanky looking? What is your health? You took a full lasso. That should be like almost 40% of your health. I guess since it's not percentage anymore, it's not as consistent. Aaron taking quite a bit of damage from those zaps out of Boomin as he's getting those lightning bolts in there. Double elemental available. Aaron is going to get a charge onto Boom, get a knockback. Does he run Stormbolt or something? He might be a Stormbolt boy, which is why he's not getting those double charges into Boom. Boom actually trying to make sure he has a line of sight, getting a couple of those Earth Shocks, Lightning Bolts for freebie versus Aaron. Aaron has the Earth Elemental to heal off of, and he decided to focus on the Earth Elemental completely, pummeling that thing down. Might actually be able to kill the Earth Elemental. He's even sinking Crucibles into that thing. Lightning Lasso, Aaron is going to trinket out of this one since he's next to Boom and is going to see the Stormbolt coming out without that charge to intercept Boom. However, Aaron is kind of out in the open. Going to go for a big old leap. Does not have the auto talent on Bloodthirst to take away all slows by the looks of it. So this might be a perfect hiding potential for Boom and keeping Aaron out in the open, trying to cleanse all the buffs off of Aaron. And a big old Earthshock to follow, doing a little bit of damage. What was that charge? Actually allowing Aaron to get some line of sight onto the bridge with Boomin. Boomin does go for a Frozen Nova on himself with that Frost Shock empowered by Earthshock combo. Power of the Elementals or something? Power of the something. That's all I know about it. It's been a while since we've seen a big old Elemental Shaman play here, but it looks like, well, Aaron is getting whittled down little by little. Sky Fury Totem coming down is using his Enraged Regeneration, hoping to maybe get some healing off of Boomin, but as he's super slowed down, kiting around, having to go for Crucibles of Flame defensively, all he can really do is try to line aside Boomin as best as he can, but Boomin always seems to have an angle. Stormkeeper trying to come out, gonna be a leap for Aaron, doesn't actually leap on top of Boomin, enough for Boomin to separate from one. It looks like Aaron is not having a good time, does get to somehow ignore that thunder. The thunder knockback by the Elemental Shaman is gonna go for a bit of a Blaze Storm on chase with Boom. He has quite a bit of health. So far, I would say Aaron has been getting pummeled left and right by Boom, unless Boom just got the damage that really tickles the guy. But it looks like the damage should be a lot. Big Lightning Lasso with that Sky Fury Totem should be quite a lot of crit, and that's gonna be a big old Earthshock to follow up at the very end. That took a while to kill Aaron. But Aaron did not have themselves playstyle where he was prepared for what Boomin was gonna do. Just a simple kite spree for Boomin. Actually kind of an easy duel. But next up is going to be Kyle Jr. as a Feral. Last time we've seen this bad boy, he goes for big damage, punishing Boomin in the opener, double Crucible, big old bite, even going for Root Thunder coming out for Boom. But Kyle is quick on the draw, going to be able to get himself that big old Feral leap. Safety Tricky coming out of Boomin as the bleeds are whittling him down, trying to get a healing surge or two, staying in the Ghost Wolf as best as possible, trying to get some dots or maybe some slows into Kyle. Is going to get him into a secondary stun, jumping off of the platform for a second. Root coming out for Kyle. Boom, having to pop himself wall, not really doing all that good, having to back away from the Feral. Hopefully he has a Flame Shock on him, and as soon as Kyle sees Boomin get away, he doesn't want to give him the opportunity to get a bunch of healing surges. Wants to keep him mobile. Is actually going to find an opener onto Boom. Boom is going to go for a Lightning Lasso. It is going to be short, so it's not going to do the most amount of damage and the longest duration. Root coming down to Boom as he's desperately trying to get away from the Feral, but looks like the damage out of Kyle is just way too much. Going to be Twinkle Wink immediately Shadow Step into Kyle Jr., slamming him with a Garrote. Kyle catching himself a reset with Prowl, is going to go for an opener, full setup onto Twinkle. Thorns are up and running. Cloak of Shadows coming out for Twinkle. Is he going to be able to come back for this? So Kyle so far has had a massive, massive opener and a massive health advantage to Twinkle, who's going to have to go for Warlock Hellstone, maybe get himself a bit of a sippy cup. And actually landing a sap onto Kyle as he goes for a bit of a reset. It's going to be bashed onto Twink. He is going to trick it out of it. Kidney shot onto Kyle, who still does hold the trinket. He still has a trick, and if things go bad, big bite onto Twinkle, who's going to go for a Warlock Hellstone right now. Evasion is up and running. Kyle popping wall to counter that. As soon as that evasion's done, I think Twinkle doesn't really have a lot of options. Does still hold on to a blind. Mally setting up into Kyle Jr. Probably going to go for a big old kidney shot, but before he can do that, big bite out of Kyle, taking him out, going for that regrow spam heal. Kyle is just coming in and just abusing these boys. Just harassing, thrashing, ripping and tearing into these men. Gonna be Chain of Ice into Kyle, but he's gonna get some big bleeds into Destiel. Look at Destiel. He's just like, he just stopped. He just stopped in place. Unless he expected to be rooted forever, he was just like, oh my god, this Feral dude. You have to take a moment for a second. Starting to get some damage into Kyle. Gonna be Thorns. AMS coming out for Destiel to deal with the Thorns, but that's gonna be the full army of the dead on the chase for Kyle Jr. It's gonna be a little bit of time before all the pets connect. Full army of the dead from Apocalypse coming out right now. The Abomination does get a couple tags into Kyle. There's gonna be Mages of the Dead dealing distance, and that's gonna be an opportunity for Destiel to just keep Kyle out in the open. Let those pets attack Kyle. That's gonna be the best opportunity he can get. Same Tricky coming out for the death, they though, having to go in a big old IBF, and Kyle looking to juke out of there immediately. Destiel melting to those powerful dots. Not a lot he could really do besides connect with the Feral and try to get a couple of Death Strikes in. It looks like Destiel might be lagging a little bit. Tricky coming out of Kyle onto that Strangulate and a big old bite to end the deal. Illiterate is going to be up next as an enhancement shaman. What can you do? Kyle so far has been dispatching every one of these boys. Kyle though does not have a trinket. And what if there's going to be in any way potential for Illiterate to maybe get a stun and big burst into Kyle, maybe some big blood of the enemy? Is the trinket out of Illiterate, trying to deny Kyle from any damage early on, trying not to kind of sit there while the bleeds are kind of ripping him apart. Is going to go for big old Ascendus, actually jumping down on Ascendus as Kyle goes for a big old Feral leap. So it's going to be a reset for both of them. Kyle looks like he got away from majority of Illiterate's burst. He is going to get himself one or two more wind strikes in there, but that was such a reset for Kyle. What a juke out by the Feral. Oh my goodness, Illiterate had all this burst. It looks like he actually might be completely out of steam, trying to drop down capacitor totem a little bit early. Maybe he'll get Kyle out in the open. But looks like Kyle is going to take his sweet time, getting a fresh new opener, fresh rake, getting himself a setup rip. Sundering coming down for Illiterate, trying to disrupt Kyle a little, but that's going to be double crucible. That's a lot of bleed damage for Kyle, and he's going to ramp it up with even more damage. Looks like he's playing Berserk for this playstyle instead of Incarnation. Illiterate somehow is still alive though. Big bite to follow though. He needs to get himself the Earth Shield up and running immediately. Illiterate's trying to fight his way through Kyle. Maybe something like a capacitor totem would be perfect here. Maybe a counter-strike totem would be amazing. Trying to go for a little bit of self-healing while safety chicken holds. Trying to stay in ghost mode best possible. Big heroism coming out. Might want to deal with those thorns, but nope. The big bite cancels him down. Lucron, last man standing on Team Blue as a Warlock. Kyle making sure to give Lucron an opportunity to at least get himself a portal. Oh, the Felguard almost caught Kyle out, but I think Kyle might be playing the bounce affinity. Actually, no, I think it's just maybe that extra range on Rake might have been enough. But either way, he did get himself the opener. He's actually using plenty of line of sight against Lucron. And look at Lucron's health. He's already at 50% health. Kyle barely tagged him. Barely got an opener. Landing that root onto his pet way back there. Guardian of Azeroth coming out for what looks like Lucron's pet. So Lucron decided to go for a full army setup. They're going to be a stun onto Lucron, and he's going to trinket out of it, but a Skull Bash meets him right after. Kyle is surrounded by pets. Lucron needs to get the big tyrant up and running. It's going to be Guardian of Azeroth doing quite a bit of damage. Stun onto Kyle, back to back. Does get the tyrant. He's going to go for a horror effect. All the pets are slapping him up. If he can keep Kyle out in the open, Maledict to follow. Kyle's actually having to go for a little bit of heal through the Mali. Regrossa tried to come out, but the pets are meeting him on the other side. Kyle might just go down to all those pets. Thorns are up and running. Might be able to deal with some of the pets. Lucron just needs to meet Kyle in front, face to face for a second batch onto Lucron. Is he going to be able to survive it? Kyle at barely any health. Kyle going for a big old bite into Lucron, barely any health left. And actually Kyle ends up winning that one. What the what? Kyle coming out, slapping him down. All 5 people back to back to back. Oh my goodness. Boom just got to get himself just a little bit of that gameplay as an Elemental Shaboy just came in, dipping his feet wet into the duels again on Elemental. But it didn't work. But it didn't work as he was met with a Feral Druid who was prepared. He was ready to pounce. That was actually so good. Oh my god. Oh my god, I actually enjoyed it. I don't know about you boys, I actually enjoyed it. That was some good Feral gameplay. I'm not gonna lie, that was some big damage right there, dude. Oh my god, is Feral busted? Is Feral busted or is it just me? What many duels we have? Yeah, we're reaching that 100 easily on NA today. Sav got a new group, sort of. Wait, was that Sav's group that had Kyle Jr.? Boris is ready. Seavark, Seavark's group, I think. They didn't get to play. Let's get Seavark versus Boris again. Sav, let's get Seavark and Boris in here. Wait, Jeff Kang, you got a group? I'm in Demon's group? Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Boris. Let's get Sav and Boris real quick. No, Seavark and Boris, because most of Seavark's team didn't even get to play. We'll get Sav right back in there right after, alrighty? Sav, you're on a standby next, man. Whoever you got, dude. Set yourself up a team, man. You guys are more than welcome to start multiple groups, by the way. If you guys know how these are ran, the more groups we have here, the merrier. You know what I mean? Let's get some variety in here. Might be from Tennessee, but Dalaran is on 10. I see. What's up, AJ? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one, my dude. Big fan. What's up, Mac? How you doing, my guy? How you doing, my dude? Is Shaman Warrior nice setup for Alina? Elemental Fury? Yes, both of them are pretty good. Fighting Arena 5V5 Custom Finder? Yes, it is Custom Finder. Lucron, you said what? It shocked me, baby. Is it? Oh, shit. What's up, fam? The leap was epic. That was a good leap. Gotta give him credit on that. So excited for Tuesday, boys. Yo, Blaine, so my fam. It's gonna be fucking hype. It's gonna be huge. I'm actually super excited. Toss a coin for the Feral. Oh my god, dude. Toss a coin for the Feral. Oh, pray, oh, plenty. I don't know. Switch. I don't know why else we would be able to modify, but we got ourselves Team Red. We got ourselves Trine. I don't know how to say a name. I actually don't know his name. We got Seaver back here as Arcane. We got Aaron. We can call him Aaron. Easier like that. Kyle in the back, kind of just sitting in the corner. And you said what? Versus Team Blue with Demoniac as an assassination. Let's see, what subtlety? We got ourselves Ill Dank. We got ourselves on EU with P Blood going up first as I think a sub rogue with Shocktastic in the back as I want to say Elemental. Looks like Elemental Shaboy it is. P Blood getting an opener onto Aaron. Gonna be a Stormbolt opener. Aaron better get the most amount of damage into P Blood. Stormbolt actually was able to do quite a bit of damage. Big ol' Rampage was doing work. Cheap shot spree coming back for P Blood back to back. Does Aaron have any mobility? Is gonna wait for that leap to make sure he gets the most distance covered against P Blood. It's gonna intercept him with a charge. Shadow Step coming out for P Blood, however, and Aaron looks like he has to just let the throw catch a reset. That was just an unfortunate. Does roll him out. Could maybe land another Stormbolt on the guy. Is gonna go for a bit of Rampage with a Crucible, but that's gonna be a cheap shot spree by P Blood. Gonna be big in Rage Regeneration by Aaron, but evasion coming out for P Blood, denying any kind of healing for the Fury Warrior. Just backpedaling at the guy. Trinket coming out for P Blood with advantage. Aaron, how much health do you have? This man looks like he has an infinite amount of health. He just gets pounded and beaten, and he doesn't really go for a lot of healing. But it just has a massive health pool by the looks of it. Trinket coming out for Aaron. Off of that cheap shot, gonna be some more cheap shots out of P Blood as it's trying to gain advantage. This arm coming out into the Rogue. Intercept coming in for Aaron. They're like, needs to get a slow onto P Blood. Needs to use his slow, man. You're gonna miss out on your slow. The Rogue is gonna literally run away from you. It looks like Blood is literally gonna sprint out of you as Aaron gets some cooldowns rolling. Unfortunate Aaron. If anything, please use Piercing Howl once in a while, especially when people are running away from you. It is worth it, my friend. It is worth it. You're not a hamstring kind of warrior. You gotta give him a big old ha! Piercing Howl. But it looks like Aaron might be going down here. P Blood taking him out with a couple of Shadow Strikes. Aaron had a good setup, but as soon as he popped his cooldowns, the people just sprinted out of there. Nothing he could do about it. Literally put himself in a bad spot. Maybe if he went for a double charge build, that might have been actually something good. But he missed a lot of these heals with Enrage Regen, so that's unfortunate. P Blood with that evasion, I mean, there's very little you can counter him on. Gonna be a horror effect immediately onto P Blood with a Chaos Bolt to try to punish it. P Blood does not go for an interrupt onto the Chaos Bolt, instead landing a kidney on the Chime. But he's standing where the Chaos Bolt fissure is. That's gonna reduce any kind of healing he has for a limited amount of time. Is P Blood gonna go for an interrupt? You actually get a hit with a fear. Does he not have an interrupt? Gonna be a melee onto Giant. Does go for an interrupt on a fear, but the Chaos Bolt, he dodged the Chaos Bolt with a Shadow Step. Shadow Fury coming out onto P Blood. Sanctuary coming out for Chime with a little bit of a fear and a Chaos Bolt to follow. Blood is taking quite a bit of damage. Cloak of Shadows coming out immediately. Just trying to maintain calm points onto Chime. He could turn around and get a stun opener onto Chime. As long as Chime has any kind of CC, he might be able to get away out of this. Is going to Trinket with an Infernal coming down onto Blood. Wall coming out in order to make sure you get the cast off. P Blood getting the blind crisscross applesauce with a horror effect. Blood is trying to get away before the blind breaks, so to try, that's a perfect use of the blind. Wait until the Warlock doesn't have anything. He has wall up, blinded. You're not gonna get the cast off while your wall is up and running. Blood, all he has to do is get some couple points, or maybe just wait until Infernal is out. Vanish coming out for Blood. Looks like he's gonna go for a full reset. There's two things you could do. Bait for Chime to try to get a Chaos Bolt out, interrupt him. Maybe the Succubus CC will fall out, but hopefully there's a dot on you already. And you might be able to get a bit of a reset. Bada bim, bada boom. Get a little bit of damage onto the Warlock, and down he goes. Ballistic Blood decided to go for a full reset. Chime on a mount, cannot use his pet for a Succubus CC. He actually might be down for the count. Try to land a fear, might get interrupted on it. No, he's gonna be Trinket out of Blood. Yeah, I don't know if he really needs to Trinket that one, because now he's getting a full lockdown by Yusa. What? Evasion coming out for Blood immediately. Yusa What going for a little bit of the Fan on Ice spin, making sure maybe his Fan on Ice might hit Blood. Is going to put up that wound poison. Kinesha coming out by Blood onto Yusa What. Might be able to go for a big setup. Looking like, you know, he doesn't really have a lot of damage here. Looking to back up. Shadow Saber past him, actually almost juking him out, but he doesn't have anything left. No more kidneys, no more stuns, no more blind. Safety Trigger coming out, which is going to keep him alive for a little bit longer. But the next stun by Yusa What could be deadly. Does Blood have anything at all? Kidney shot right now. That's going to be a Venom or two by Yusa What, and down he goes. Not a lot you could really do about it. Next up, I think, is going to be on EU as a Demon Hunter. Is going to go for that Spectral Sight. What are these knives? What are these daggers? Sap coming out by Yusa What, using that good old Smoke Bomb by Rogues. It's actually such a good ability. Smoke Bomb, Demon Hunter goes around the corner. They can't touch you. You're looking at him, sap him, boop him on the head. You always get the opener. I feel like it's worth when going against the Demon Hunter, unless it's like another class where Smoke Bomb actually has a use. But it's going to be Vendetta immediately out of Yusa What. Only you is going to have to go for the Demon form, trying to deal with the damage out of the Rogue. Yusa What continued to pump the poisons, letting the Blaze to work into a Maledict onto Yusa What. He could, only you could actually reverse the Mali back onto Yusa What. He does try to go for... No, he doesn't. Wait, I think he tried to go for reversal, but he was too far away from Yusa What to get the reversal to come back to him or something. I'm not even sure what is that what happened? Because he used it. Reverse magic is done. Gonna trick it out of the blind, and you said what? If he can set up another kidney shot, this could be good. Gotta be on you. Actually catch it on top of you said what? Does catch a reset for a second with a Garrote. Stun onto you said what? Doesn't have an answer for it. Could Cloak of Shadows this damage coming out of Oniyu. Is actually gonna play very defensive. Cloak of Shadows does come out. Is gonna get a Crucible rolling defensively. Oniyu caught up. Quite a lot of health right now, man. Quite a lot of health caught up. Try not to let this rogue catch a full reset. Mark for Death available for you said what? Might be able to go for a full kidney shot. He has a Mark for Death ready. He just put it on cooldown. I think he's waiting for a Mark for Death to maybe come back, so he might be able to get a Mark for Death later. He's trying to use the poisons to keep the Demon Hunter at bay. The next stun that Oniyu has, if he's able to catch up, could be deadly. You said what though? Looks like he might be able to get away. The slows from Cripple Poison are actually quite huge. Oniyu trying to see if he can catch him. Sap coming out into Oniyu. You said what? Only has 5 comp points. He might be able to get a Mark for Death ready. So you'll use the 5 comp points right now for a kidney shot, get a Mark for Death in Venom immediately. That could be huge. But what kind of opener is he going to go for? Is that full kidney shot? Has to make an opener. Has a second stun available. Why would he go for another Mark for Death? He never even landed the first kidney stun onto you said what? It might be a turnaround by on EU onto the rogue. Couple KO strikes and down he goes. He already had a Mark for Death ready onto EU. I don't know why he used it again. Did he miss kidney shot? Is that what happened? Gonna be Seawark up next as an arcane mage, trying to see if he can make it work against on EU. It's going to be a very mobile Demon Hunter versus a very mobile caster. Let's see how it works out though. On EU does have a little bit of an advantage here, I would say. The ranged interrupt, ranged stun, perpetual perpetual leech as long as he's a demon form. The big mobility. But looks like Oniyu is actually taking quite a bit of damage from Seawark whenever he can't get next to the guy. Where is all this mobility? Arcane missiles from a distance having to go for a little bit of another walk is going to give him that immunity for a moment. Seawark actually knocking him up in the air. Just because you're immune doesn't mean you can't be CC'd. And Oniyu got hit with that knockup for a second. Darkness coming down. That's the only thing that's between him and death. Are the Arcane missiles gonna miss? Most of them got absorbed. Big IBM. Oh! Seawark looks he has a dot rolling onto Oniyu. He got the big IBM. He needed just one more global to let the leech heal him back up. But it couldn't quite do it. Demoniac is going to be up next. I believe that this guy is playing Assassination, which by Garrote does make sense. But I also believe he is playing Relentless as a rogue. Something about Demoniac, he just loves the idea of Relentless. No matter what, PvE, PvP, 2s, 3s, duels. It looks like he plays around the idea of Relentless, right? He's like, you know what? I'm going to sit in CC a little bit less, but I'll play carefully around it. I think he could maybe make a play style around it. But Demoniac looking like he wants to get back to Seawark. Who's trying to get a bit of peel away. Seawark is not looking all that good. I feel like for Seawark, this could be a perfect setup. This is like the perfect class to go up against. Only one Shadow Step is all he has. And as long as you have a not a smoke bomb, but a blink for it, you should be able to be fine. Gonna be kidney shot onto Seawark. He's having to go for an ice block right now. Demoniac really did put a lot of pressure with a Mally. Smoke bomb to follow. And then right before Seawark went behind the pillar, Shadow Step kidney shot him. It looks like Demoniac is going to catch himself a full reset with a blind. Seawark has a tricky coming up sometime soonish. But Demoniac is now going to be able to get himself an easy Garrote opener. Doesn't go with a Garrote. That might be what's punishing here by Seawark. Going for a sprint, where a sprint does not let him get slowed whatsoever. Looks like Seawark went for a little bit of his gnome racial before he got kidney temporal coming out right now. Will Seawark be able to survive with a temporal? Trying to go for a bit of invis. 60% dampening or 60% damage reduction. Cloak of Shadows rotating for Demoniac. Does Seawark have any more mobility to get away from the rogue, just to stay away from the guy? Nova does come out. Demoniac is trying to pressure him with poison ice. Polymer trying to come out. Vanish is available. Could go for a Garrote. Seawark actually lucked out completely. Does have a trinket at the very end. Knock up onto Demoniac. Landing that Polymer. Barely any health left. Does not have a shield available. I think he just might go down to the dots, and down he goes. Demoniac just put so much pressure into Seawark, letting the dots stay on Seawark, making sure to be very careful with the abilities he uses. Normally, this is the best matchup for an arcane mage like Seawark. Normally it is, because all you need to deal is with one Shadow Step. But that's a big one. Demoniac used his Cloak of Shadows, his Shadow Step, Smoke Bomb. He used his Mally perfectly, I'd say. Also, Seawark didn't start with full health. I think that would have maybe turned the duel around. It's going to be Kyle getting open up with the Garrote. Getting re-opener onto Demoniac, making sure he can get all the big bleeds up and running. That is going to be Thorns up and running for Kyle. Bell coming out for Demoniac was not able to take away any of those Thorns. Big, huge bite at Demoniac before he can pop Invasion. Kyle already has unloaded all the damage he needed. And it's going to get a Moonfire into Demoniac. Going to make it impossible for him to catch a proper re-stealth. Unless Demoniac goes for a stealth. Maybe Shadow Step to Kyle. Landing a kidney, he is gonna get a couple of those poisons in there, but he's just bleeding out, man. Shadow step and run Kyle into a kidney shot to follow. Demonic does not really have a lot of health, trying to get as much damage as possible. Mally is rolling as well, trying to see if he can get away from Kyle. He is continuing to reset those poisons whenever possible. Kyle is super close to the enemy team. Demonic could go down, gonna be tricking out Kyle out of the blind, trying to see if he can kill Demonic. The next guy is coming up, and it's gonna be Shocktastic, trying to see if he can just cap out Kyle while he is behind. It's really up to him. I feel like Demonic was trying to kite Kyle Jr. next to the team, had that big Maledict rolling, good blind, and Kyle had to make a play. Either go for a trinket and try to see if he can get out of that situation and find a way around it, or sit it for a little bit. And he decided not to sit it. Lightning Lasso is going to be punishing quite hard though, but Kyle's going to have quite a hill to climb in order to come back against Shocktastic. Shock also not looking all that good though. Having to go for an Earth Elemental second wall, double walling this bleed damage, safety trigger coming out. Why would Kyle turn this damage around on Shocktastic? Just a couple blades did the work into a full rake reset. Gonna be a trinket out of Shocktastic. Has a bunch of zaps ready, big bite out of Kyle. Hoping that he doesn't die to any of those random procs happening, but Shocktastic as he's looking to end the game. Might have the big Earth Shock ready, just use one more global, might just die right here. And Kyle going for regrowth spam immediately, 40% dampening. Illidank looking to end this game immediately. Needs to find Kyle, needs to stop him from being able to open up. It's going to be a blade dance, going to be an opener by Kyle. Could maybe go for a root onto Illidank. That's exactly what he's going to do. Stun onto Kyle from a distance. I-beam does not clip him. Illidank still rooted. Kyle can still get out of there. Illidank does not have reverse match. Reverse roots back onto Kyle. And that was just very unfortunate. Kyle is still catching a restyle. Illidank is so close. Just any global could get him out. A single stun onto Kyle with some blade dance and an I-beam and some Chaos Strike goodness will be enough for Illidank to end this. Kyle needs to play this super safe, but also kind of aggressive. Like, if Illidank is pushing up, he really needs to find a way to get some trinkets out of the guy. He really needs to find a way to get some cooldowns out of the guy. It's going to be an opener trinket out of Illidank. Stun onto Kyle. Does he have enough health to survive this? Has a welcome up very soon. Double stun. Blur coming out for Illidank with a Metamorphosis to follow. Does Kyle have a root or anything? I-beam coming out by Illidank into more Crucibles. I think Kyle is done for. Does get a reopener, but nope. Ah, man. That was so tough to come back from. That is so tough to come back, but that was so good. Whew. Yeah, dude, that was that was quite a good deal, dude. I like that one. I like that one. Now I got a group. Lucron, do you have a group? We got 5. Perfect. Let's get Lucron and let's get Ty. We also got ourselves Sav waiting in the back. Let's get Sav and Ty, I guess, and then we'll get Lucron after. I have to get one person first, you know, one at a time. So I'll just do like by the order of people that PM me. You know what I mean? Get your boys up and running. Yeah, that was so good. Fury Warrior is fun. Yeah, Fury Warrior is really good. That's one of the specs I recommend if you want to play patch 8.3. I got a group. Lucron is in my group. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, that works out. That works out for me. Is Sav also in your group? Are you guys by any chance the same? Are you offline maybe? Ty 299 and Sav. I'm gonna try it again. Are you guys same group? Or are you just offline? You're online? No, Sav. No, it's Sav. Or TY. It's Sav. Okay. Well, okay. I'm just so confused right now. Tides. Okay. Let me try it again. TSAAV and Ty 299-5. It sends it only to one group. Are you guys in the same group? Is one of you offline? Ty is here. Sav, he is on. Leader of my group. Oh, okay, that makes sense actually. Yeah. I'll have only leads. Yeah, if have only leads, whisper me, because I get confused otherwise. Yeah, that worked now. Yeah, Lucron. Okay, let me get Lucron back up. He's a lead. I want to make sure I have the leads available. Boris has got a group. Seaver got a group. Okay, we'll get you guys up and running against one of these boys. I'll start mixing and matching you guys already. Yeah, I pulled my Fury Warrior out of the dust 2 days ago, and I forgot how much I missed it. It's a really good spec. Lots of haste, lots of abilities to use in a single go. That's what's really good about Fury Warriors. Just the haste, enrage based playstyle. There's always an ability to press. It's very like, people hate the GCD thing, changes with BFA. It's one of the specs that's very little. It feels the GCD a lot less than some of the other specs in the game. Demon Hunter is another spec of melee that feels the GCD a lot less because you just have so many abilities to press. The haste passive, the natural haste you get, is just so good. It's a great playstyle overall. Plus, it's really easy to gear into, I think. Switch. Hopefully, we got everybody on Team Blue coming in. Let's get Team Red. We got ourselves Boom as more of that elemental shaman goodness. We got ourselves Dank Knight as a Frost DK. I like this man. I like how casual he looks. Casual Friday, casual Saturday for him. Destiel as an unholy. Illiterate as enhancement. We got ourselves Ziaro. I don't know why I was thinking. Oh, I thought it was Zuardo, like the or is that right? From JoJo? I don't know why I thought of that. We also got ourselves Axe Banehove on Team Blue with Look Around the Bag, Zirian and Zalonith. Gonna be on Unholy DK. Hopefully Team Blue gets the 5th, but oh, they got Method in there, dude. Got some methods that he's on. I like that Mohawk thing you got going on. But it's gonna be Zalonith versus, what up, Boomin? It's gonna be a Literate Enhancement Shaman versus an Unholy Death Knight. Clapping up some cheeks here, boys. Stun onto Literate at the beginning as our boy Zell goes for the Army of the Dead. This is where Ascendant's coming out for a Literate Maligan thrown down onto the Enhancement Shaman, but he's actually staying away from Zellon. He's going to go for Sunder. AMS coming out for the DK with big transfusion, huge healing. Just heal through all the bursts that a Literate had for the guy, and Literate is going to have to back out of there immediately. Stun onto Zell. It looks like a Literate's burst is just kind of out of the window. Zell was able to transfusion through all of it. If he could live somehow long enough where he can get some burst without a transfusion, he might be in a good spot, but now he just has to wait out all the Army of the Dead. The A-bomb is down. Most of the pets are down, so it looks like Illiterate actually survived majority of that damage as more necrotics is starting to creep up. Illiterate needs to get some big procs right now. Earth Shield needs to be maintained at all times and has to go for as much self-healing with that Crucible. Grounding Totem was up for a second in case Zell was going to go, I guess, for a grip or maybe a stun. Sundering coming down onto the DK. That does quite a bit of damage though. And if you can get a couple of those Storm Strikes back to back, you might be good. Tricking out of Illiterate onto that Strang, and Zell is just trying to build himself up a little bit of damage, but without the army, he's still doing quite a lot. I was gonna say, without the army, usually Death Knight doesn't really have that much damage, but he's still got quite a power. I mean, probably it says more about Enhancement Shaman, just how squishy they are. Like any hit just hurts them because very, very little healing or self-heal is available. Illiterate needs to get the Earth Shield up and running immediately. And it's going to have to go for the slow totems onto the pets, trying to avoid the auto attack damage from them as best as possible. And literally just going to have to sit in the Ghost Wolf. And it looks like maybe in Ghost Wolf he might have a playstyle where Ghost Wolf does give him percentage of health every few seconds. That is the play. He's going to have to play the long game. So it's really up for Zell to try to catch him. Maybe pulling your pets back up and mounting up and getting the stun to Literate might be the way to go. Maybe trying to get a couple of those deaths. I don't know, like the Death and Decay if you have a slow for that. Actually, you don't have that if you have a Strangulate. But it's really going to be up to him, man. It looks like the Shaman is just trying to run for his life, though. I know it's going to be a ring around the rosy, but the thing is, if Illiterate pokes out in front of Zell, that might be the end. Looks like Zell tried to go for a stun or a grip onto Illiterate, and he grounded all of it. Illiterate going for a big old bloodthirst. Going to be IBF for Zell, getting the pets up and running. Huge Death Strikes are coming out, and Illiterate looking to get away from those Death Strikes. Looks like that was quite an engagement for the both of them. Chain of Ice coming down to Illiterate, but the Ghost Wolves keeps him up and running. Zell going for a bit of that Death Advance. The Army of the Dead actually falling apart as Illiterate was able to outlive majority of it. It looks like Mally stacking up onto the Shaman. AMS available for Zell, and Illiterate going back to the Ghost Wolf, trying to bail out of there. Could be dropping down maybe a Grounding Totem as soon as he sees that grip, because then the stun is probably going to come in right after. But Illiterate trying to see if he can claw his way back out. It's going to be a stun by the pet. So it's going to be a very short stun. Does drop down the Grounding Totem, which is going to get a stun on Zell, forcing a Trinket out of the DK. If Illiterate has any burst available, Zell probably should be pretty open right now, but Illiterate is still playing very defensive, trying to get himself a little bit extra healing, using all his resources just to catch up. It's 3 minutes in. He does have one of his Earth Elementals actually beating up some pets. Zell is actually going to yoink that Earth Elemental and use Transfusion just to heal off of the Great Earth Elemental. That is just insane. Maintaining his health. He knows that he wins against the Shaman. Can the Shaman somehow surprise the guy? He might be able to. Trying to build some resources off of the pets. Looks like Zell might not have any cooldowns available here for a bit. If he places a right Grounding Totem for a stun and a grip, then the Illiterate might be able to get himself in a good position where he might not need to worry about any kind of CC. Out of Zell is going to pop a Grounding Totem, but looks like Zell is not going to focus on the stuns and grips. He's actually going to focus down the totem for a second. It looks like he's peeling some of his pets back, at least one of them back. Illiterate getting an Earth Shield up and running. It might be the go-to for Illiterate, but I think Zell might have defenses for it. Does have AMS. A huge transfusion could just nullify any of the bursts. Could it be a trinket out of Illiterate? It's to a Sunder onto Zell. Just trying to see if he can kite the guy around. It's going to be quite a bit of that Ascendance damage. Does Zell have any grips to get next to Illiterate? If he can just keep a range damage onto him, trying to see if he can sprint past him. Zell actually super low in health. Huge wind strikes coming out. AMS up and running for Zell. Looking to get those death strikes back to back. Transfusion coming out right now. Wall coming out for Illiterate. Zell is catching back up on health, however. Stun onto Illiterate. Zell goes for that Lucron Hellstone, and Zell looking pretty healthy. Capacitor Totem is going to stun him. Illiterate just had such a good go into Zell, but those death strikes just made it harder. He might have to go in between death strikes. He might have to go in between transfusions. He might have to get out there, do some damage, force transfusion, and then come in with a big Ascendance Bloodlust. Or might just have to go for more Bloodlust. You know, every time you have Bloodlust, go for some big damage. Just try to force cooldowns out of Zell, but save majority of your big CDs for a Zell. Going to be a stun onto Illiterate. Does not have a grounding totem for that one. Sunder onto Zell immediately. Can Illiterate get any kind of damage on Zell? I feel like he's just sustained damage might not be enough. Urbine Totem onto the DK for a second, and Illiterate is just looking to get away. Like, the only way I think Illiterate can win is Ascendance and trying to do the most damage to Zell without being in melee of him. You know, not letting him get a single death strike at all. That might be the way to go. Or Blood of the Enemy. He might just have to play Blood of the Enemy against all the other classes. So every 1.5 seconds he might have some big bursts to really clap someone out. Because 2-minute cooldown on Ascendance, 2-minute cooldown on Wolves might be difficult. But they're going to play this game out, dude. One of these boys is going to live, and Illiterate does not want to go down. Zell, however, has had a massive advantage throughout this duel. It is hard to disagree with that. Is going to get a grip onto Illiterate with a stun right after. Does have that. Oh my god. Zell does roll that underrun check. It's going to be a Sunder by Illiterate for a second. And he's looking to get the hell away from Zell. He's going to get hit with a Maledict right now. There's going to be quite a bit of healing he has to deal with. Stun by the pet. But he's looking to go so far out of the Zell. Has fairly low-ish health. At least, you know, close to 50%. Does catch up to Illiterate for a second. Looking to get a couple of those death strikes. It looks like there's going to be Illiterate getting out of there by popping a wall and just trying to kite away from Zell. I think it might be hitting one strats. Because death strikes from the Death Knight are only strong after you've taken damage. So if Illiterate can come in, get a bit of damage, get a Sunder on the guy, get a stun, run away, and Zell, if 5 seconds passes, the death strikes lose a lot of their power. And Zell looking like he just wants to bail out to the other side of the arena. Just gonna wait him out. Is he gonna go for Magefoot? He does actually have Magefoot. He does have Zarian on his team, so that might be the strategy for him to go. He's actually gonna go sit down and eat. Is Illiterate gonna budge? Is Illiterate gonna run? It looks like he takes the bait. He sees the DK healing. He realizes, you know what? I might need to be a little bit more aggressive here. It's such a between a rock and a hard place for the enhancement shaman, but I do want to see this one to the end, boys. I want to see this one to the end. That's too much running. Have you seen enhancement shamans and how well they deal in PvP? I got Blood of the Enemy on my enhancement shaman. And do you realize how often you just get bursted by everybody just in mere seconds? Enhancement is super squishy, dude. Holy crap, that spec needs a little bit buffed defensively. That's going to be a big bloodthirst with Ascendance right now for Illiterate. Looking to get away from Zell. That is going to be quite a bit of Ascendance right now. Walking by the guy that's going to, I guess, get himself maybe a little bit of a slow or something. See all those huge wind strikes are coming out. Zell needs to go for massive healing. Sunder onto Zell while he's low on health. Transfusions are coming out. Does Illiterate have a way to disengage? Continuing to pump damage. Going to be stunned by the pets. And Illiterate is surrounded by the army. Zell, no longer with transfusion. But still, that's going to be Illiterate super low on health. Does have a wall if needs. So IBF available for Zell. If Illiterate can now just keep Zell at low health. Stay on that Ghost Wolf playstyle. Just keep himself alive for a little bit longer. Then come in with a big old clap up for the clap cheeks. And he might be in a good spot. It looks like Zell actually recovered quite a bit of health. Doesn't even need those death strikes. It looks like the Underrot Trinket procs were enough. Going to be a stun onto Illiterate. Does not have a pre-grounding for that one, which is a little bit unfortunate. Zell catching up a little bit on health. Illiterate getting quite a few resources with rock bodies. Missing the Sundering. That is so unfortunate. That might be the end to his run. Trying to see if he can sprint the hell out of there as necrotics were stacked up. Healing through them. Zell popping in AMS a little bit early as he's hoping to engage with Illiterate. This pillar in between of those is the only thing that's keeping this enhancement shaman alive. But can he still make a comeback against this Death Knight monster? The healing, the damage of Zell is just so difficult to deal with. Illiterate popping in big bloodlust right now, trying to get all that haste up and running. Is he going to be able to make anything out of it? Zell getting that huge Underrot proc right now. Going to get some necrotic stacked up into Illiterate. Is that a Maledict as well? Illiterate actually not looking all that good. Trying to drop a Capacitor Totem on one side. I think it's stunned the pets of Zell. But that's about all he could do. Get an Earth Shield up and running again. Zell's Underrot procs are just so huge. Just getting so much passive healing out of that one. Besides the death strikes, which are also pretty monstrous, as is. Zell, no longer with a grounding totem. I'm not sure if he used it for something. It looks like a literate might be running a totem, a healing totem trinket. Maybe that's why his damage is kind of all over the place, but he is running a healing totem trinket in order to give himself a little bit more viability. There's going to be a grounding totem as a literate tried to bait Zell, but it looks like he didn't use any grips or any stranglers. The next strang might be a trinket out of a literate. He is playing Orcs or stuns shouldn't be quite as powerful. Zell is probably going to have every cooldown available. The Army of the Dead up and running. Going to be a trinket out of literate off that stun. Immediately Bloodlust coming out into a big Sunder. Does he have any big damage? Army of the Dead approaching. Zell popping an AMS. And literally is looking to maybe get the hell out of there. Chain of Ice are not going to slow him down. Zell got the Death Advance. Trying to min-max the uptime onto a literate. Looks like he's catching up a little bit. Needs to get a couple of those Death Strikes back to back if possible. Literate looking to maybe just get away from Zell. Needs to make sure the corners are tight around the pillar. That's going to be Abomination smacking him left and right. There's going to be Save Trinket coming out. 33% dampen. His 10 minutes have passed into this just one duel. And Zell still has fair amount of health. Illiterate tried to recover as much as humanly possible. Needs to get himself even more resources available. Zell still on the chase. Illiterate, does he have a chance? Might be able to get a big ascendance into Zell if he's able to get the grip up and running. Keep the slows into Zell. He might be able to stay enough distance and blast him with a big old Bloodlust and Ascendance. If Zell can somehow get close to Illiterate, if he can save that stun, if he save that grip, then Illiterate's burst will be locked out. And that might be the last chance. The dampening is so high. Illiterate is at this point unable to get himself back up to full health anymore. He actually is unable to get himself up to full health. He's going to go for big ascendance. Grounding totem position might need to be perfect. Going to be AMS available for Zell. Looks like somebody Team Blue left. Zell tried to go for a big transfusion. He actually is going to get himself one big death strike. Illiterate tried to fight through the healing. Zell tried to heal through the damage. It's actually going to be super close between one and the other. Sundering coming out of Zell. He checks out of the Sundering. Super low in health. It looks like Illiterate does end up taking it against the Unholy Death Knight at the very end. Oh my goodness. Whoever on Team Blue just left. Gonna be an immediate interrupt onto Zirian. Who left on Team Blue? They had Lucron, they have Method, they have Zirian, they had one more guy. Either way, dude. Either way, Illiterate actually won against the Unholy Death, and it took him literally 10 minutes of the game, always having to wait for cooldowns, waiting for the perfect opportunity, and in the end he just has to blast as much damage as humanly possible. And Zell did go down, ran out of healing at between 30 to 40% dampening, which is quite rough. There's going to be more interrupts on Caesarian every time he's trying to get any kind of cast with fire, just not letting him play with fire at all. Illiterate being a melee and being a shaman, he does have a short interrupt. It's also a ranged interrupt, so Zaren will have to play around the distance and still hugging up pillar as best as possible. Did get himself Glow Swoops up and running, and it looks like he might not even use Glow Swoops offensively. Trick coming out of the breath before he gets clapped out into the polymorph. And Illiterate now is a little bit behind right now. Needs to wait out until he gets a good setup. Needs to get himself maybe a little bit of a grounding totem. Is going to get an interrupt on the fire onto Zaren. Bloodlust coming out right now, trying to get the most damage. Zaren might just have to pop a defensive, and you'll be seeing the ice block coming out of the mage immediately. Illiterate with quite a lot of damage still left. Actually, this is probably the best matchup Illiterate has at a mage, plus a fire mage. Breath coming out onto Illiterate. It looks like it breaks immediately. Meteor coming down. It's going to be a polymorph trying to come out onto by Zarian. But it looks like Illiterate is going to interrupt him and hide a little bit in line of sight. Big Cauterize trying to come out. Illiterate just needs to do a little bit of damage through the Cauterize. He might just have him. Crucible coming out for Zarian, but it's not going to be a lot. The Earth Elemental might be enough, and Illiterate does take him out with a Frostbrand weapon. Lucron is up next versus Illiterate. Who was it that left on Team Blue, actually? Does anybody know? Get Ready Heads was really good damage-wise. Yeah, but Zell, I mean, dude, that's a Death Knight, man. Have you seen how much damage he puts in? And a single couple, like, literally 2 death strikes is just like full health, and it's just like, oh my god. It's tough. It's actually tough. But who was it that left in Team Blue, actually? Because somebody left. I don't know who it was. Illiterate tried to see if he could fight the Lucron. Gotta have to go for a little bit more line-of-sight gameplay. Lucron summoning a fresh new Felgar for this one. And 54% dampening. I feel like at this point, Illiterate must be running out of steam. Like, before I felt like he was basically out of steam. 10 minutes after fighting the DK. Our warrior? Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. Rest in peace, the warrior. But then again, if the warrior also needed to play, that would just be another guy for Illiterate to have an extended game against, you know what I mean? If you're trying to come out for Lucron, there is going to be potential for Tremor Totem for Illiterate. Is going to have a Tremor Totem, I think, available for him. Getting an interrupt onto Lucron. And there's going to be a hand go down coming out as Illiterate got a little bit of bloodthirst. Ascendance coming down, gonna be a stun coming in onto Illiterate, gonna get the Tyrant into a horror effect. I think Illiterate might actually go down. He's actually getting quite a bit of good line of sight from all those pets. Ascendance still trying to get some damage out, but Lucron does end up clapping him out. It's going for a quick cannibalize real fast. That is the first guy on Team Blue that even got to play, or Team Red that got to play. Illiterate. Went through, I think, 2 people. 1 person left, so I guess maybe we can count that warrior towards Illiterate. I just want to see if that guy Axe. Oh, okay. Did he just see it because he AFK'd or something? That's fine though. Lucron and Boom. They actually know each other. They actually play twos together. Me and Spart ran into them and they whooped our asses. Not even funny. Lucron got some damage, dude. And Boom is just really good. Just a really good player. No matter what class he plays. Let's get a Boom and Lucron. Friends, now foes. 15 minutes into this duel, 62% dampening, no healing is going to be viable here. Lightning Lasso coming out for Boom as he's trying to hide around the corner. Lucron is going to get a horror effect into a fear to follow into Boom. He's going to get a grounding totem. I was actually surprised he went for a grounding totem instead of going for maybe a tremor totem. I would have thought that would have been better against the fear. I would have maybe he got it in between. It's going to be Earth Elemental coming out. Lucron is going to go for banishing the Earth Elemental. Stormkeeper coming out for Boom. Yeah, that's quite a bit of damage. Lucron is going to have a Reflect available, but Boom is actually going to fake him out. He's just going to stay in ghostful form the whole time. And there's going to be that Greater Fire Elemental. Now he's ready to get the big zaps going. Lightning Lasso into Lucron. Going to be a stun into Boom with a pet. And Lucron is going to swap around to the Greater Fire Elemental, drain it for a second. But then he's going to hit it with the Banish. Going to try to deny the pet as much damage as possible. Mally rolling onto Lucron. He's going to have to just drain life through it as best as possible. Boom just might have to force some pressure on Lucron. Lucron's kind of low. Lucron's still holding onto wall. Boom has Lightning Lasso every what is it, 30 seconds? So in 30 seconds, it's going to be quite huge. Actually, that was a bit of a grounding totem for Boom. As Lucron trying to get some damage back to Lucron, or back to Boom. Lightning Lasso coming out. Wall for Lucron is going to be able to defensive this one up a little bit. But it's still in such a bad spot. He needs to get some damage on the Boomin. He really essentially needs to go for the full-on burst rotation. But he needs to first catch the Boom, and Boom hugging the pillar down the middle as best as possible. Learning a few tricks from Illiterate by the looks of it. It looks like Lucron, all he can really essentially do is maybe pop a Reflect as the Lightning Lasso comes out. Or maybe go for a Succubus CC. There's going to be a horror effect. Boom actually grabs the horror. Lightning Lasso is not coming out, but it's going to be some zaps. So Boom is going to reflect back to himself. Is the Lucron get any kind of setup onto a Boom? Is going to summon the pet. That's going to be stunned by Boom. It's going to be knocked back by Boom. Mally onto Lucron. It's going to be a little bit of damage coming out. Or actually, no, it's Mally by Lucron onto Boom, not by Boom onto Lucron. Boom is actually taking quite a lot of pressure. The Guardian of Azeroth actually doing quite a bit of damage. Lucron could go down Lightning Lasso right here, unless the pets do something. That's actually going to be Lucron coming back with the one last Demon Bolt at the end. And then a Dank Knight is going to hit him with a big old snowball, and down he goes. Garrod coming out for Method, 17 minutes in, 75% dampening rolling up. Can Method come back from Dank Knight? He's actually going to sprint out of there immediately. Dank Knight needs to go, and he's just teabagging Lucron. Why are you teabagging Lucron? At least cannibalize him. You got some health you can get back, right? Getting a shot coming out by Method immediately. Dank Knight trinketing, with transfusions to follow. Method popping that evasion, trying to deny any kind of healing out of Dank Knight. He does have himself Death Pact as well as IBF. Death Pact comes out, not a lot he can really do it. Not a lot you can really do about it. Death still walking on his way next towards Method. If you can get him dotted up, he might stand a chance. Method, I mean, whatever amount of health you have right now, Method is basically all you can play with. So any damage you take right now from any of the Army of the Dead is going to be crucial. Blind on Death Steal, he does get hit with a kidney shot. Could BF out of it. Did pray AMS, so that Poison Bomb doesn't really do any work. Method getting hit with a stun does have a Trinket if things really go bad. Could Trinket it if you wanted to. Cloak of Shadows not available, no Vanish available. He's actually getting surrounded by all the pets. It looks like Method is going to be going down in the end. Save the Trinket burnt him very quickly, and the crisis stacked up, and this rogue has nothing left. The dots are just going to rot him down, and down it goes. I wish you guys didn't leave. I wanted to see how much damage everybody did in the long term. I wanted to see how much damage, the DK healed through. You know what I mean? But it's okay. I understand. We got a 5 when you're done. Perfect, Aegis. Let's get another group going, yeah? That was a long one, boys. But I was actually super excited to see the Enhancement Shaman versus Unholy DK. I wanted to see if he could somehow come back, man. I was invested into that duel, dude. I was interested. I wanted to see what's up. Player go to group. All right, let's get Aegis. Spectator match. Let's try someone that has no gear. All right, we're gonna go Seavark and we're gonna go Aegis. And then we're gonna get player in. Like it says, one of you guys wasn't able to join. Aegis, do you have a group? Got fire when you were done. Are you guys in the same group? Are you in the same group as Seavark? By any chance? Aegis and Seavark. Let's try it again. I think you guys are the same group. Seavark is Zeraxa in your group by any chance? Because he's Alliance. In your Alliance, so it could be. I never remember Monk. Motherboar can play whatever you want, man. I might slide in. You guys are more than welcome to, dude. You boys are more than welcome to join. Let me try it again. He's in my group. Okay, that works. Well, I guess I get Seavark versus Seavark and player. I'm gonna put Aegis on the side since he's not a group lead. I get confused, boys. It helps me out a lot when I do these duels if the group leader whispers me on Real ID. If you guys whisper me, I'm like, oh, I got a group, it makes me think that you are the leader of the group. And then I put you up and I try to queue against one another, and then the game is like, it gives me a bug saying, oh, I couldn't queue them. And I'm like, I don't know what's going on. So I'm having to like do some math, figure it out. Oh, see, we're going on that rogue. Okay. Okay. We got a team melee on team red. Okay. Okay. We got one boomy. Okay. Okay. One boomkin. One boomkin. Switch. We got ourselves Team Blue with Boomin coming back. Boomin Elemental Shaman. We got ourselves Cousin Pumper. I'm gonna hope that doesn't mean what I think that means. Demoniac as an assassination, I would say. Illidank as a demon hunter, and Poseidon as big old unholy DK. He even got the weapon that matches. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Then we got Seavarks on his rogue as a night elf. I want to say assassination most likely. Aaron as a fury warrior. We got ourselves Kyle Jr. as a feral. You said what? As assassination most likely. And Zeraxa as a balanced druid. Good luck and have fun, everybody. Looks like Seavarks is going to be going up first, and Illidank already has a spectral sight. He's on the prowl. You know, he's going up against. You might want to get a fell rusher on the corner. The spectral sight does go down. This is where you might want to get that immolation aura building up. Might actually be able to find the rogue. Actually gonna be a sub-rogue Seavark. Oh, huge damage onto Illidank out of nowhere. What was that burst? What just happened? Wait, what? What just happened? I'm sorry. Is Illidank coming in as a fresh new 120 character with just a dope mog? Is that what happened? What? Seavark just melted that guy. He didn't even trinket anything. What? That's sub-rogue damage though, dude. Where did that come from? Seavark, what you got up your sleeve? He didn't even blood the enemy or anything. He just gave him like zero reason to like trinket anything. This came out of nowhere. He got like 300 330? Oh no, that's decent gear then. That's okay. I was gonna say, dude. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. He burned through all 330,000 health. It looks to see what he's hanging out by the eye. It looks like it's going to be a bit of a stealthy duel until one of them comes out. Perfect opportunity for me to get a sip of a soda. I can't even talk. Personal preference right now is a Diet Pepsi because I'm out of Dr. Pepper. I like the taste. That was nasty, sure was. I picked up by Demoniac. Should be able to see Seavark. Or should know where he's at. He is aware. He is targeting him. That's gonna be a sap. There's gonna be shadows up by Seavark. Trying to see if he can get a sap onto Demoniac. But looks like it's not gonna happen. Gonna be kindred shot by Demoniac onto Seavark. He's having to build up some combo points. Snapblade is available. Stone onto Demoniac. Is he gonna be able to do a lot of damage here? Trying to get some shadow strikes back to back with eviscerates to follow. Cheap shot right after. I mean, another cheap shot. Trying to get more shadow strikes and eviscerates in. That's gonna be a vanish out of Seavarks with a cloak of shadows. Trying to make sure he gets himself a fresh reset. Might be able to get a sap on Demonic. Does he have a Vendetta on him? Might have Vendetta on the guy. So try to see if he can get a sap on Demonic. Gonna be blind instead. Does Demonic play Relentless? If he does, then Seavark should have himself a shoe-in. Demonic is super low on health. Might be able to get a sap on the guy. He doesn't see him. Trying to AoE him out. Get a shot onto Seawork. Gonna be getting a shot back. Reversal on Demonic. Perfect opportunity for Seawork to maybe get some big damage in here. Cheap shot on Demonic. Save the trinket. Does come out. Blind onto Seaworks. And he doesn't have a trinket anymore. If Demonic has a big setup right now, he does have Crucibles. He does have the healing. If Demonic has huge damage on Seawork, he might be able to rot him down. Seaworks does have evasion, however. So that might be a perfect opportunity. Does him with a Garrote, kidney shot, and that's going to be a Vendetta. Huge burst coming out of Demonic, and Seawork survive this. Demonic actually going to bail out of it immediately. Let the dots get the rot going into Seawork. He's going to get himself a quick heal. That's going to be Sipic up and a Crucible. That Vendetta feels like it's getting kind of burned. That's going to be mount up for Seawork. Cheap shot coming out by Demonic. If Seawork can somehow just catch up to Demonic, he might be able to score the kill here. But he's able to build calm points, but he's not able to catch up. The crippling poison is really crippling for Seawork. Not gonna lie, Demonic doesn't want to catch a reset yet. Goes for what? This. He didn't catch a re-stealth at all. Maybe he was trying to re-stealth when Seawork went on top of him. Kidney shot onto Demonic. Huge Eviscerates coming out for Seawork out of nowhere. Another Eviscerate to follow. There's going to be yet another cheap shot. Crucible to follow. Kidney shot onto Seawork. Getting reverses. Demonic does not sit those stuns long at all. He's going to be able to get his dots up and running. And reversing a lot of the damage back to Seawork, who's going to have to play very defensive with a Crucible heal, as well as a Sipic up. Demonic looking to catch a reset. But he shouldn't have any dots. He's going to catch a cheap shot onto Seawork, not a sap even. And it looks like that was cheap shot, might have been very hard. Seawork looks like he's not going to be able to catch up. The crippling poison is going to be the play for Demoniac. Just come in, get some dots rolling into Seawork, let the crippling poison slow him down. That's going to be the hit and run that rogues are known for. Kidney shot on Demoniac. Seawork needs to make a play right here. And he's getting quite a bit of damage. He is able to get some setup on Demoniac. That's going to be an evasion for Demoniac. Looking to catch Seawork out. And Seawork might have gotten hit blind on Demoniac. It's looking like he might be able to get a reset. Looks like Demoniac's Relentless is actually allowing him to get some sort of advantage. Seawork did not catch himself a full resap on the Demoniac though. He went for a kidney shot, I think. Tried to go for a kidney shot on Seaworks, which might have been evasion. Mallet rolling onto Seaworks. Cloak of Shadows coming out. Is he going to be able to get a sap? Does not get a sap as Demonic actually puts him back in combat immediately. Getting a shot to follow. Is that going to be enough burst out of the sub-rogue? Cheap shot right after. Looks like Seawork is going to trick it that blind immediately. Demoniac barely any health left. Actually does go down. How did Seawork survive that? That was a weird one. And Cousin Pumper is going to be there. Stopping Seawork's spree immediately. Mark for death ready maybe for a kidney shot for Seawork. Does he have it? Where's his cousin? Needs shadow stepping off of an enemy with a shadowy duel off of Boom as he's trying to catch himself a reset. I allow it. That has been allowed to use shadowy duel to escape as like an extra vanish in a way for sub rogues for a bit since they have no sustained damage. But with how much damage Seawork does, we might have to change that rule if this is the concept. If this is the current damage of sub rogues, and that Cousin Pumper is actually down to half health just from a short burst, even tricking one of the stuns. Mally rolling onto Seawork. Does he have a blind to follow? Needs to land a sap onto Cousin Pumper. I feel like this is the only way to do it right now is to land a sap on the guy. Can you sap him? Might need to. Cousin is going to get himself a bit of a heal. Finally out of combat. Sap comes out. Seawork, if he has himself another go-to, a big one. This might be the way to do it. But Cousin Pumper could have a safety trinket. If he has a safety trinket, this will be really tough. It's going to be quite a bit of damage on the Seawork. Getting quite a lot of setup onto Cousin Pumper. Doing damage. Cheap shot. Actually, lots of damage. Maybe back-to-back cheap shot while coming out. Cousin does go for a bash onto Seawork. Is back to cat form. Was a little bit kind of took him a second to shift out into cat form. The globals or not, didn't really get the most amount of damage onto the rogues. Seawork might be able to use that to his advantage. Short stun by the Feral though. He lands a meaty bite in there. So he got some cooldowns rolling. Kidney shot onto Cousin Pumper. He does have thorns up and running. Seawork not looking like it was a deal with those thorns. Blind onto Cousin Pumper. Might be able to catch a full clean reset here. As long as Sab DRs are not there. As long as he can land a full kidney shot. Does he have the calm points ahead of time? Because he could Nightblade into kidney shot. If he has the calm points. And Seawork has every defensive coming on back up. Look at that. Trinket available. Cloak of Shadows available. Shadow Blade's available. He has himself the perfect setup. Does get the Nightblade. Cheap shot as Cousin Pumper trying to go for a bit of a Swiftman. Cheap shot again. Trying to get the most damage. Mark for that Eviscerate. Cousin doesn't have any health. Wall is up, but the Shadow Strike still goes through. And next up might be either Boomin or Poseidon. And let's say it's going to be Poseidon. How is Seawork doing this? I'm still trying to figure out what he did to Illidank. And so far, his damage has been quite consistent. Yeah, no, seriously, if this is how much damage sub-rogues do now, we might have to redo our rules. Maybe Shadowy Duel might not be an ability we might be able to include, but I guess we'll see how well he does with Poseidon. If Seawork actually does a big 1v5 and he one-shots Poseidon here, we might just have to change the rules here, boys. I forgot all my keybinds on my druid, couldn't go cat. It's all good for your blood, man. It's all good. Yeah, I saw it a little bit. Whoa, that's an interesting ability. Defile. I guess he was trying to see if he could find Seawark. Wait, is he going first or Boom? Boom is in the corner. It looks like it's Poseidon, right? It looks like it is Poseidon, right? Because Boom is just like, it ain't me. He's just chilling in the back. Poseidon is just using the strat of hugging inside of the arena, right? Right? Okay, he's gonna get the army that they're rolling. Look at that zombie. Look at that one champion zombie at a distance walking though. He's just like, I'm coming, master. I'm coming, master. I'm gonna tag this rogue. I'm gonna obliterate him. How's it looking over here for Seawark? It's gonna be Cloak of Shadows and Evasion as the Abomination makes his way. What happens to the zombie when the rogue vanishes? He sticks! Oh, not for long though. Poseidon might be able to go for the big zombie army playstyle here. Seawark did Trinket, Cloak, and Evasion. He used every defensive. Only thing he has is a Shadow Meld and maybe a Vanish out of here. Poseidon though needs to get more zombies up and rolling, more of these ghouls rolling up. Kidney shot onto Poseidon. He trinkets out of it immediately. AMS to follow. Does get himself a death pack. That's going to be quite a lot of health. Seawark trying to go for a bit of burst damage, but he's looking like he's going to be peeling out of there. Just got to let the blind sit. Poseidon could still, I guess, get some health regen or something, but a 23% dampening. Not a lot you can really do. Not a lot you can really do. Does drop down Defile for a second. Seawark is still trying to play Rigor the Rosie with a pet. Crucible getting smacked down into Poseidon. The zombie is walking up. Zombie's actually going to interrupt Seawark. Is he aware of it? He's going to try to AoE them. Big damage into Poseidon. Might be able to end them right here. Oh my god. What is this sub-broke damage? What is this? Oh my goodness. Seawark had an ace up his sleeve. Not only is he pretty godly on the mage, not only is he pretty vicious on the feral, but he's got that sub-broke peekaboo playstyle. Let's go. What is this? Earth Totem coming out, or Earth Elemental coming out for Boom immediately. Does pick up the eye to find Seawark. Is going to stun him on the side. Not going to be able to follow up stuns back to the guy. He's going to be short, light, and last. So Seawark is just going to have to take some of that damage. If Seawark is able to blast out Boom with this brand new sub-broke burst, he might just stand it, dude. He might just hang in there. Even the army of the zombies couldn't hold him down. Poseidon. Better call, what is it? AMZ? What was it? I was gonna say whoever runs Walking Dead. It was gonna be like, better call him, cancel the next season. The zombies are not gonna work anymore. But now that I have to explain the joke, it's funny, right? Haha, guys. Boom is looking like he just wants to bail away from Seawark. There's going to be kidney shot by Seawark. There's going to be a wall for Boom right now, as the Seawark's damage is going to be dampened a little bit, but still getting quite value onto Boom. Trinkets out of that light and lasso immediately. Boom still has a defensive. Trading him mallees with Seawark. He could go for a Cloak of Shadows and get on top of Boom. Looks like he's going to bail out of there. Wait, did they not trade mallees? I thought Boom... Did Boom just heal through all the mallee? It looked like they were trading mallees. It looked like both of them threw a mallee at one another. Another Boom threw one on Seawark. But it's hard to tell. Now that Seawark is out of a trinket though, it might be kind of hard. Gonna be a sap onto Boom. Capacity Totem almost getting Seawark's out. Almost got the pet to attack him. If you can somehow get the pet to do an instant cast to keep Seawark in combat, that would have been perfect. But now that Seawark is out of a trinket, Boom could just trinket and interrupt his opener completely. So Seawark needs to make sure he has a good opener in the bag at all times. It looks like he is going to wait this game out a little bit. 10 minutes in, 35% dampening. Everybody on Team Blue just bailed. They don't even care, dude. They're looking for another group right now. They're like, I don't even believe in Boom. Boom, what happened? I believe in you, Boom. I believe that he is the man who's going to come back to the glory of Team Blue. Knockback coming in with Seawark. He's still going to get quite a bit of damage into Boom. Trinket wall coming on for Boom, and his cheap shots keep flying at the Shaman Seawark. Might just have to wait for a perfect opportunity to get a Cloak of Shadows. It looks like that. Was that a mallee this time? No mallee that time. It's going to be a light and lasso with a Skyfeeder Totem. Seawark is going to take quite a bit of damage. Boom is just trying to equalize each other's health. Going to be a Shadow Step by Seawark for a second. Boom trying to catch a couple of those healing surges back to back. Sap comes out by Seawark. If he has a go right now, no wall, no pets available. Seawark, this is your game right here, man. This is your opportunity. Boom. I believe he might be able to survive it, dude. Boom, getting hit with a kidney shot. Maybe the spectral healing from being the Ghost Wolf might do it. Big Shadow Strikes coming out for Seawark. Cheap shot all over again. More eviscerates maybe with a Crucible right after. Safety Trick again and proc. Boom and dropping kind of low. Might want to pop down some totems. Healing surges are coming out right now for Boom and trying to maintain himself alive. Actually getting interrupted on nature by Seawark. Seawark could cloak right now and just finish this if you wanted to. Get a knocked back by Boom. Quite a distance. The healing surges are coming out by the Shaman Seawark. You might be able to get hit by the Capacitor Totem. Does get tagged by the Capacitor. Does he go for full reset here to get a sap into Boom? Does he land it? Does he get it? Does he get it? He does get it. Boom, and completely out of options. Kidney shot right now. He is sitting in goal, so there's going to be some healing, but this high dampening into a kidney shot. Maybe a cheap shot right after. So close on hell. The Seawork going to go for a big old 1v5. Big backstab at the end, and that's a Seawork's 1v5. Huge sub-rogue pumps. What was that? Normally, sub-rogues don't do that much damage. If this is going to become a theme here. Oh my god, he's literally just eviscerating. He's not even doing anything special. He's just night blading, concentrated flaming, cold blooding. He's just eviscerating. He's just pumping. It just straight up pumps. It's not even a gimmick. Wow. Sub 1v5, let's fucking go. I like that. That was really good. I have 299k HP. I will not tell my secret. Me and body will always be superior. Okay, okay. Wow, wow. Sassy can just blast me with PMs with a bit of an ego. It looks like someone needs to knock him down a peg or something. Keep your secrets. Keep your secrets. Yo, a method. Extra NE stealth is pretty good too. Yeah, the extra native stealth is pretty good. Maybe that's exactly what he does. Like, maybe he shot him out somewhere in between the bursts to continue damage or something. Using Shadowy Duel to re-stealth means it's not really 1v1 IMO. Well, these are 5v5 1v1 duels, though. You know what I mean? These are 5v5, but if this is the constant damage of sub-rogues, you might have to disable Shadowy Duel from duels. Like, you might not be able to. It's like, no. That's not allowed. Because normally sub-rogues don't do that much consistent damage, but Seawork, I mean, he clapped everybody up. He went against plate classes, mail classes, leather classes, I think maybe one clothy. He went against a variety of different like armor types, variety of different characters, variety of different experiences, all the way to Boom, who's pretty good at Shaman. And it's just like, yeah, I don't even know. Ledric is banned of Onslaught. Oh, okay. I might know what it's all about then. You might need to tell me what you actually are doing, Seawork, because I think I know what you're talking about. I'll keep that secret that would keep safe with me. That will go to the grave. That will go straight to the grave. I'll DM you. Yeah, later. You don't need to do it right now. You can just do it later whenever you feel like. Then you get somehow the DH didn't expect to one shot. Oh, that was quite a lot of damage. World of Warcraft or Black Desert Online? I like WoW, man. I'm not a big Black Desert kind of guy, you know what I mean? I give it a go. It wasn't on my type of game. Alright, who got a group? PM me right now if you have a group ready. Lucron, Boris, Player, Tav, Seawork. PM me right now if you have a group. We'll get another one going. Dude, what were these games, man? Dude, I gotta say, NA, strong start, boys. Strong start. Very happy with this so far. Very, very happy. Sav, I think, messaged me just now. Message me right now. Spam. Spam at me right now. Spam a couple messages to let me know you have a person, you have a group. Also, Ty, I think Ty should have a group too, or maybe not. Got 5. Tav says got 5, so I guess we could queue them. Boris, Player, anybody? Any of you boys? Let me get another going for audio. Cool. I'm with Player, 3 out of 5. Okay. And Player got 3 out of 5 already. Lucron doesn't look like he has a group. It looks like it's Sav and Seawork. So we get Sav and Seawork again, yeah? What's the current song name? I can get you the whole mix, my dude. I'm not sure what the song was. It was a couple songs played last game. But here's a whole mix that I play. This is a duels mix. Best songs that I like from NCS. It looks like Sav and C. Wait, let me just ask. You got a group? Or no? Just making sure, because I'll get Lucron in. Because I want to get some variety in here, man, you know? Have we ever play against each other? Ty, you got a group? I'm in Sav's group? Okay. So Sav got a group. We under Dank Knight though. He's lead. Does Dank have me added? If Dank has you added, if Dank does not have me added, can Dank pass lead to you, Lucron? Because then I'll queue you versus like Sav or something. Because Seawork is swapping tunes either way. We'll let him sit there for a second. On the sub rogue, get him a bed. Yeah, can we give Seawork like a double champion role or something, dude? Because he done pretty well as sub rogue. That was entertaining as hell. Give him a bed. Yeah, 100%. Did you see that burst in the open on a demon owner? He didn't expect it. It just obliterated the guy. His Sav? Okay. Okay, well, okay, that's a little confusing. Sav is lead. Looks like Seawork. Boris trying to get a group. Boris, if you can get 2 more people, man, that'd be perfect. Like you versus Sav. Anybody forming a group on Alliance? If you guys don't see a group, you're more than welcome to make one yourself. So if you guys want to join any of the groups, what? If you guys want to join any of the groups, go to Player versus Player, pre-made group, custom PvP, find a group, and type 5, enter in a search to find a group. However, if you don't see one here on NA, then go to start a group and call something like 5V5 1v1 Duels and tell everybody to join, and then you can make one yourself. Add 4 people to make a 5-man. Add me on Real ID. Let me know in chat. You can promote the fact that you have a group started on which faction on NA, Alliance or Horde, in chat. It's like, hey, we got a group. Look, Monk trying to join in. He's trying to get in there as a tank for some reason. We're going to swap him to DPS and be like, no, you can't brewmaster it. You know what I mean? And get people up and running. I can't form the groups myself because I'm the guy watching the duels. But yeah, everybody else, you guys are more than welcome to if you've done these before. Like Monk trying to key. Yeah, there you go. Good boy. But I can't take you, Monk. I appreciate you. That's a great example. He's showing an example of how to do it. What is Boris in-game name? Boris. Boris is demoniac. I feel like I should have known that off the top of my head, but I'm really bad with names. Down, what is the Playboys? What is the Playboys? The song you linked. There's a song where I have to search it for what? And he's Horde? Yes, he's Horde. Demonic is Horde. He's a Blood Elf. He's a Blood Elf assassin. So Seavark is ready. Sav is ready. I was trying to see if we can get a Boris up in a group. But I think we're gonna get Sav and Boris. The more groups we have, boys, the merrier. I DM'd ya? Alrighty, I'll check it later. Because right now, if I start reading the DM, I'm afraid of like just mouthing the words and exposing the secrets of what is going on in case there is a secret. So I'm just not even gonna look at it right now. I'm gonna look at it later. I'm gonna hit you back up after it. Ooh. The rogue secrets, boys. Whatever he's using, I'm hoping it will be available for the next patch too. That could be fun. We got some new names in here. I like that. Oh, and some people coming right back in here. Back to back to back. Oh. Was never good at PvP, but I like watching Blade, and you're more than welcome to join if you wish. It's not even about being good. It's all about having fun, man. It's all about the participation. You know what I mean? Alrighty, gang. Switch. We got ourselves Team Red with Seavar coming back as his, I want to say, Arcane Mage, unless he's fire this time. We also got Hatch in here, a Windwalker Maniac. I like that tabber. By the way, Carl Jr. is a Feral Maniac. We got a Top Shelf, the master of burning things up. And we got Zaxia, probably the best Mog in the world. I mean, look at this thing, dude. Obviously the best Mog ever. We got ourselves Dank Knight on Frost DK. Oh, and Holy DK. Going for the Lumberjack playstyle. Like an illiterate as enhancement. Shaboy Killer Ken as Sub-Rogue, I want to say? Maybe Outlaw? What are no sub? That's a sass. Everybody's a sass. Lucron as a Demonology Warlock. And we got ZXZ in the back as a Survival Hunter. Killer Ken is going to have to go for a little bit of a round up with Hesh. It's going to be a bit of a tussle between 2 agility characters. Killer can just try to go for a Garrote Sheep Shot around the corner. Did not get himself the Rupture. Does not go for a Kidney Shot. Shadow stepping past Hush, actually forcing that incap. Look at that moment. Look at that, dude. That looks so cool. Oh, that was such a cool pose, dude. What was that? That was like an normal attack, wasn't it? Mally rolling up to Hesh immediately. But Killer Ken is not looking all that good. Does land a kidney onto the Monk, but looking like he's in a full retreat right now. Let's try to see if he can zoom his way over, catch up. Killer Ken is super low on health, does go for a blind as Hesh almost has him. Seeing if he can force a trinket out of him. Hesh actually could have trinketed. Not even gonna lie. I think, oh, that's actually just booped him out of there. Out of the smoke bomb. Vanish forced out by Killer Ken. Hopefully he doesn't get AoE'd out. Hesh just looks like he just messed with the game. Just booped him out of this. Like, come out and play. Don't sit in the smokes. It's really bad for your lungs. Killer Ken though is gonna be super behind. Does still hold on to trinket. Evasion is still available. Coloca Shot is still there, still present. But Hesh did not use any of his defenses. Look at that blue Anchorage battle tank too. Is that what it's called? It's Anchorage battle tank? I know it's a battle. It's a blue battle tank thing, right? That's the name. It's called a tank, right? Look at that, dude. It's actually kind of a cool mount. I wonder if they'll make something like that again, like with Nazoth and stuff. They should have totally made a remake of that. Not exactly, but like just a higher version. It's going to be Garou cheap shot opener by Killer Ken. Going back at it again. Landed the kidney shot onto the monk and is looking just to kite him around. Hesh is going to try to see if he can roll up to Killer. Doesn't go for a good setup with that Shadow Step. Touch of Death is going to be approaching. Vanish not available for Killer Ken. Hesh is just trying to min-max the damage here. Evasion's up and running for Killer. Does take a lot of damage from Touch of Death. Super low in health. In-cap available. Trinkets out of it immediately. Kidney shot onto Hesh and is looking to try to get out of there. Ken. Now Hesh is going to go for a port back to the pillar and meet Killer Ken where he's at. Looks like the complete outplay by the monk did happen. Lucron is going to be up next, setting up the pets onto Hesh, is going to be back there, taking some damage from those things. It's actually one for Fist of Fury onto the Pez. Is trying to deny them any kind of damage. Look at the Dragon Kick next to Lucron. He's going to try to get him into root. Fear does come out into Hedge. Does not get too interrupted. And Lucron is going to get a couple of Shadow Bolts built and a couple of Imps up and running. Fear spam to follow. Is going to get a back-to-back stuns onto Hedge too. Looks like that Fear broke a little bit early. Another Hand of Gul'dan coming out. It's going to be Demonic Tyrant up and running. Does get interrupted. Did not go for a stun by the pet. Going to be not a wall for Lucron. It looked like it was a wall for a second. Is going to get a stun. Second stun onto Hesh with a Tyrant up and running. Hesh got himself quite a few defenses rolling. Going to be a horror effect to fall. His Dampen Harm is up and running. Trying to reduce any damage he's taking right now. But that Tyrant is going to be slapping him up. Mally rolling up into Hesh. Trying to see if he can maybe heal through it. That's going to be quite a lot of damage. Might have to Karma. This does go for a Karma. Lucron goes for Reflect. I don't really know if it gets to reflect any of the Karma damage. But it's trying to deny any kind of healing for Hesh. It's going to get those pets up and running still. Double Felguard is still rolling up. Hesh is under so much pressure. Shadow Fear around the corner. Looking to see to get a few more pets up and running. Hesh is going to go for a port, but the Demon Dog is still follow him. There's the cast coming up for Lucron. Hesh is going to go for a little bit of recovery. Lucron just sees a little bit of a CC chain onto Hesh, and down he will go. Hesh recovering a little bit. Going to be popping up in front of Lucron. It's going to be a Fear to follow. Drain left right after. Lucron could go for a double stun spree onto Hesh. That's going to be Hesh super high on health. Lucron super low on health. Let's go for a Whirling Dragon Punch with those pets. Horror effect for Lucron to follow. Does he go for the double stun? Stun by the pet. Hand to go down. Lucron is still super behind on health. Might have to go for Warlock Gateway. Does go for the Gateway. Hesh is going to try to maybe get offensive here. Looking to end this fight right now. Gonna get a Ring of Beast on Lucron with a leg sweep. Not a lot he can really do onto it. With a Fist of Fury slamming him out. That Ring of Peace just made it impossible for Lucron to even cast a spell. He's just gonna boop up and down next to the pillar here. And Hesh looking to end the next guy up and running. XZ, just take all that momentum immediately. This I'm on to XZ. Touch of Death to follow. Might have to go for a Turtle Shell right now. Hesh is looking to maybe capitalize on as much damage as possible. Using mobility perfectly to stay on top of XZ. Does go for a Feign Death for a second. Does get a stun to Hesh. And Turtle Shell right after. Not really sure if he needed to Turtle Shell right there, but he did do it. So that's going to be defensive down, landing the traps into Hesh and looking to still continue kiting the guy, getting away from him. The grenades and the dots and the poisons is all he's really got. Needs to get some cooldowns rolling sometime soon though. But I believe he did use Coordinated Assault in that tussle with Hesh immediately. And now he's getting parried out completely. And Mally does hit Hesh. Hesh got hit by so many Mallies now, he just ignores them, dude. He doesn't even have reverse magic at this point. He probably should run reverse magic with so many people throwing Mallies. He can just reverse it back to the enemy at its highest stack into a leg sweep onto XZ. Nothing he can do about it. Has taken him out. Are we looking for a big old 1v5 by Monk now? Dank Knight is going to be up next as an Unholy, getting immediate stun to Hesh as Fist of Furies are flying, and it's going to go for Death Pact immediately. Why did he go for Death Pact that early though? He wasn't really down in health really, but I guess he wanted to get super offensive. No Death Strikes available. Is going to trick it out of that Disarm to follow as IBF comes out, but Hedge is going to pour it away, and that's going to be Death's Advance, not stopping Dank Knight at all from the approach. The army is surrounding Hedge. He still has Karma back up, walling this up right now as he's going to take a lot of damage from all those pets. And Dank Knight is going to be able to get himself a bit of healing. Just getting Zombos up and running. He'll get a percentage damage as long as Hesh does go for some kind of AoE to stop the zombies. He might be in a good spot. Zombies, I think one of them got killed. Another one approaching from behind. Is it going to stun him? Second zombie approaching, but Hesh does have some sort of natural AoE about him. Zombie so far hasn't been able to capitalize on damage, and Dank Knight might go down here. Gets a Strangulate onto Hesh, but he's going to go for Human Racial immediately. And the only man left standing is Alliterate from Bleeding Hollow as an enhancement Shaboy, and Hesh is going to go give him the honor duel of a lifetime. Can the enhancement Shaman stop Hesh's onslaught here? So far has been the biggest battle for Hesh right now. Getting hit by multiple Malix, surviving through all of it and masterfully dispatching every single enemy. Going to be a Storm Totem coming up for Illiterate. Is going to go for a big old bloodlust right now. Try to get as much ascendance damage. Going to be a trinket out of the disarm. That's going to be Alexia to follow off the disarm with a touch of death. Hash is taking 12 moves ahead. Sunder coming out by Illiterate. Still going to take huge touch of death damage. Wall is up. Trying to heal this as much as possible. Touch of death does take down, but not as much damage as needed from Hash. And Hash is kind of lowish on health. We're gonna get an ink capital Illiterate. Looking like Hash is the one backpedaling this a little bit. Getting interrupted on his own cast. Not locked on a Karma though, is he? Still has Karma as a last ditch effort. Is gonna go for Dampen Magic, Dampen Harm. Gonna be Fist of Fear locking out Illiterate for a little bit. And Hash has Wall coming up as well. Illiterate is kind of running out of fumes right now. Hash still has plenty of defenses to work with. Still has the big Karma. Trying to use Tiger's Lust as best as possible to stay onto Illiterate, but he keeps him slowed. Same chicken coming out for Illiterate. Should be in a very, very, very careful position right now. Disarm onto Illiterate right now. All he can do is Ghost Wolf out of here, but I think the Fist of Fear has got him. And a big old Rising Sun caps him down. Hash came in. He saw he conquered. He doesn't care who he went up against. A bunch of Maldives for breakfast like it's nothing and came out on top. Who is this man? Who is Hash, by the way? Who out of my real defense? Which one of you plays Hash? Is it Ty? It's fucking nutty. Nutty damage out of that man. Let's get another one going, yeah? What time is it? It is 6:27. Perfect. Perfect. Let's get some more games in him. He's my friend. Yo, he's fucking good. He's fucking good. 99. Let's get that 100 ready, boys. Ready? Player is ready. Who do we got else in here? Let's see what it's kind of. Now look around. It's kind of spazzing. Oh my god, I don't understand why it's like spazzing sometimes. It's only when I'm streaming. I have a request. Can you find an undead warlock named Mute? I can see. I want to see him again. I want him to Europe Army and USA, but he doesn't exist. Please say something. Mute? That's not a name I really recognize, my guy. I want an alliance, all new team. All right, Ty, do you got a team? I can get a player versus Ty then, if they're ready. The Windwalker is so trash. You don't like him? What? I thought he played really well. What? Hello? I thought he played really, really well. Since no one has to play the game last two games, I'm using the same group, but Hash is gonna go last. I want to play. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. Sounds like someone in chat lost to Hash, and then we're like, he sucks, man. Not even that good, dude. All right, after losing the duel to him or something. Trust me, I've been there, dude. I've been there. Wait, the monk lost? No, he won. Monk lost? Never. A dark RMH called Zippy ZC? Hell yeah, dude. So videos all the time. Mid was in 2 of them. I don't remember him. I guess he wasn't the guy that's common. That's a regular man. I don't know. Mid. Is he EU or NA? You would need to get me the video where he's at. I don't. It's not like I really contact people. It's like anybody's more than welcome to join, man. You know what I mean? I just played it well though, and I was only there for the 3 kills. I thought I played pretty well. I mean, we have a lot of monks that do well, but it just tells you that monk as a class is pretty damn good in PvP and in duels. You know what I mean? But it's like seeing Pharaohs like 1v5. It's like, oh, another Pharaoh 1v5, because they seem to have it a little bit easier than some of the classes. You know what I mean? Nothing you can do about it. You know? Here's the #1 search result for Demonology World PvP. The YouTuber search. Is he mute? He's #1. Yo, look around. Do you know him? We could maybe get him in there, yeah. Probably get him in. Yes, 5 here. All right, let's get player and Ty, just to mix it up a little bit. We'll get Seawork right after. Ty 299 and player. There we go. We'll get some variety in here. Get some new names. Get some new boys in here. Get some new group leads in here. Well, Sav and Seabark. Mute's from Laughing Skull server, but he doesn't exist in Europe or USA. Please, Dala, find him. Am I a detective now? Yo, Lucron, if I am a Sherlock Holmes, will you be my Watson? We can find Mute together, dude. We'll go on a detective spree. No, he has to be on EU or NA. If he ever participated in our duels, then he has to be EU or NA, unless he has an old account on EU or NA and he's actually a China player, or Korea, or China player. That sounds terrible. Chinese player, or is that bad? Actually, I don't even know. From China, from Asia, somewhere in Asia, maybe. I don't even know if he is. I'm just making up. I'm just making up roleplay for that guy now. I was in Q redo. All right, cool. We'll get you in. Just keep pressing yes. Just skip accepting, boys, and we'll get it to work. It might be bugged. Spinning demon spec and he beat 4 guys. If he played in any of our duels, then he must be EU or NA, my guy. Then he must be EU or NA. There's no way he isn't. This is a boosted Windwalker, dude. Everybody. How did boosted become like an insult, dude? Boosted. Shit, I can't take it seriously. I can't take it seriously. Again, it sounds like somebody who doesn't like Hedge, who got beat by Hedge in the duel, and is just like trying to make excuses or something. You know what I mean? It can't be boosted to 2700. Wait. No, I'm not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Not gonna say it. Nope, no, 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 nope, 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 nope. Playing Demon Spec and beat 4 guys. He's literally on my server. Mute. But he doesn't exist in Europe or USA. Like, wait, what if Elton is mute and he's just having us to go on a goose chase? Like, fine, mute. Can you queue him? I'm trying to! It's not working! It bugs out sometimes. Ty was in a queue or something. He was in LFG while we're trying to queue Ty versus player. So you need to keep queuing them against one another over and over and over until it finally works. Asmon can be carried to 20. That's exactly what I was going to say, people. I was going to make a joke with Asmon. I was like, wait, didn't Asmon get gladiated? But it was a joke. Then I was like, no. No. So I was going to think I'm toxic. I mean, it was an honest joke. Ah, shit. I'm going to sassy today. Sassy boys, man. Super sassy. Benchcraft, one more time, I think, is the other guy's side. No, it just bugs. So it just bugs out sometimes, guys. It's okay. There we go. Nope, you just gotta keep accepting. There we go. Now it worked. You just gotta keep accepting until it finally works. And sometimes it's not even another person. Sometimes both people do the same thing and they're just fine. But nothing you can really do about it. Trust. Alrighty, was that a save? I want to say... Is it 99? Is it the 100? I don't know if last one was 100, but this one might be the 100. Either way. So Twitch. We got ourselves Demoniac on Team Blue with Team Rogue with instantly. I was going to say Insanity for a second, but instantly P Blood. We got ourselves Shock Me Baby and Ildank. We also got ourselves Team Red with Arth Roy. As on a holy DK. Big old boy. Big old skull on his belt. We also got ourselves Aaron Daliak. We got ourselves Metal Jaws. I like that name. We got ourselves Monk. Wait, Monk is a gnome monk? And we also got ourselves a Benchcraft. Alrighty, boys, good luck and have fun. It looks like we got ourselves Team Strength plus 1 Agility. I think that's actually the team name, plus 1 Agility. Plus 1 Agility, like as a stat. Because it's Monk in there. Everybody else is trained plus 1 Agility. We're just Team Rogue for the most part. And Shocker Baby was just like, yeah, I'm a rogue. Look at me hiding. He's just making everybody believe that he's a rogue, but he's a shaman, but he's actually a rogue on the inside. He's firing lightning bolts, but he just is really good at, you know, stealthing around enemies and tricking his foes. Gonna be Aaron versus Illidank in the opener, and Illidank already getting quite a strong opener, popping the blur at the beginning, and that blur should be around for quite a while. Aaron is gonna be behind her health a little bit. Mali's already rolling up. Second start to fall, does get out of it. Is gonna go for Enrage Regeneration, but Illidank is all the way up in the air, nowhere to be found. Actually fit right well into the crease of the wall there, into the ceiling. And Aaron avoided majority of that damage. Short stun coming out onto Aaron. Still needs to recover on quite a bit of health from Illidank. Might need to go for a charge heal here and there. But it looks like they might have not really stabilized. No, the health is slowly but surely going down. Aaron not in a good spot. Getting interrupted onto the Psychotronic. Gonna be a little bit of a commanding shot to follow. Looking to just get away from the DH ASAP. But it's still struggling. Aaron not having a good time. Might just be going down. I don't even know if Aaron really got to truly play the game. But looks like they're just getting shredded. Somehow still alive. Using the Crucibles to keep himself alive. Needs the Bloodthirst. Needs to go for maybe a stun fear. Anything onto Illidank. But that's going to be a stun and might lock him out of the game here. A couple more KO strikes needed. Aaron still somehow surviving no matter what's happening. Somehow still hanging on by barely. And that's going to be next stun. That might be the deadly one. Looks like they're finally going to charge. But no extra heal? Do they not run a playstyle where the charge has an extra heal? What is going on? That's going to be Metal Jaws up next. Trying to see if he can make a play as this next Fury Warrior versus Illidank, who's going to be popping off the massive Metamorphosis. Seeing Metal Jaws going for his big cooldowns. Looking to maybe use that Metamorphosis to continue rolling as he doesn't have a lot of... But he doesn't want to use a lot of cooldowns. Trying to go for as much healing as possible. Blurs up and running. This is going to go flying up and in. Metal Jaws gone for a big heals, but that's going to be safe to check his proccing out either way. and all his enraged regeneration is out of the window. Good play by Illidan going up in the air, away from any of those heals, and taking down Metal Jaws. 2 warriors back to back, +1 agility. Monk is going up next with a big leg sweep onto Illidan. That is going to be a little bit of a touch of death. Does Illidan have Shadow Meld? He could Shadow Meld the touch of death, honestly, or darkness or anything. That's a little bit of a weird Fel Rush just right now. Malice stacking up onto Monk as Illidan is trying to get super defensive. He is in Metamorphosis still right now. This would be the perfect time to pressure. He used a Mali and now he's just CCing Monk. Not a good move in my opinion, but that might put him behind. Illidan so far has been doing just fine for now. Needs to get back to the Metamorphosis immediately. Next actually could be bad for him. Fists of Furies are going to lock him out for a second. Is going to get interrupted onto the I-Beam of Monk. Actually get shredded as soon as the Metamorphosis comes out for Illidan. Get a couple of those counter strikes in there. Big Blade Dance Monk dropping down to half his health. Illidan flying up in the air. Hopefully he doesn't pelt down Monk with those fell lances of Monk. Not going for heals. He's actually staying offensive. He's not even vivifying himself. That's not a good move. He's probably expecting for Illidan to just barrage him with those fell lances. Darkness coming in for Illidan because Monk got some cooldowns. It looks like Illidan is absorbing majority of that Monk damage. That darkness is actually being so valuable for him. Leg Sweep though is going to stun him out. Does Monk have any damage to finish off the Demon Hunter stun onto Monk? Might be able to reverse the damage onto the Monk player. Illidan does not have any health left, however, though, and a big old jab. And some Monk is going for those vivifies immediately, but that's gonna be Demoniac up next, playing out the Sub-Bro. Gonna get a cheap shot onto Monk right now, trying to get as much damage as possible. A cheap shot right after him. Monk is looking to get a roll out of there. That's gonna be double Crucible for Demoniac as he bails out of there, taking down the Monk. And that's gonna be Arthroy next. Arthroy, right? Arthroy? Oh, he's a Worgen. I thought he was a human. He looked kind of cool as a human. The helmets on Worgen always look funky though, don't they? Look at that. Oh my god, he keeps turning around. I can't even show you the helmet, but like the under chin of the helmet. But that's gonna be sapped by Demoniac. Where did he even go? He actually shadow stepped to an ally because Arthur did pick up the eye. I guess he's expecting for the pet to come out, running at him, and the pet is running at him. Will the pet be able to catch up? Looks like Arthur kind of knew where the rogue was, but wasn't really prepared. Looks like his pet was more aware than he was in a sense. Dropping Death and Decay. Once a Demoniac is gonna have to walk through the boiling blood of Death and Decay. And that's going to be Kidney Shot onto Arthroy. Lichborn coming down immediately. Demoniac's burst, if he had any for that Kidney Shot, is shut down. And Arthroy is trying to take advantage of the situation. Demoniac is actually out of all defensives. Evasion is the only thing he has left. Arthroy might just be able to tunnel him down, but that sprint is going to be coming out of the rogue. Trying to get out of this. Strong is going to stop him in place for a second. Smoke Bomb off that Shadow Step. Looking to get away from Arthroy. And the team is just bailing out of there. They're just moving out. Cheap shot onto Arthroy, but he's looking still very healthy. Demoniac has a couple of necrotics stacking up to him. Arthroy does have a trigger for the blind. Same trigger coming in for Demoniac, trying to use his allies to Shadow Step, but I think it's going to be not worth. Probably shouldn't be using Shadow Step on allies. That is not necessary for Sub-Bros. Come on. But Arthur is looking just to end him. The dodge just needs a little bit more damage. Just a few auto attacks from pets, and down goes Demoniac. Arthur meeting instantly. Instant T. Okay, that confuses me. Am I dyslexic for not being able to read his name properly? Instant T. It's not instantly. It's not insanity. It's just instant T. Instant TY. Instant Y. There we go. That makes sense in my head now. She is going to be trinket out of I'm going to go into insanity trying to pronounce his name. Instant T. Instant. Let's just call him Instant. Land in the Garrote. Instant. Land in the Garrote. Onto Arth. Arthroy, also another hard name for him to pronounce. Why is it so difficult? Evasion coming out for the rogue though. Into a Kidney Shot onto Arth. Is going to get hit by Rot Slicers, the pet's big old bash. But Arth does have himself a little bit of that transfusion. Does have quite a bit of self-healing. It's going to be a blind by the rogue. Looking to get away from the DK. And it's actually, is he pulling his pet back? What, Arth? What happened? His pet is attacking the Chakra Baby. Chakra Baby is like bailing out. It's like, no, that's not you want to attack. That's not me. It's a rogue. Why is the pet attacking Chakra Baby? Arth, what is your pet doing, my guy? Pull your pet back. What is he? He just instantly. Maybe the pet turns around now. Nope, he's just stuck on Chakra Baby. He doesn't want to get out of there. But it looks like Arth doesn't even need the pet to take down the rogue. He takes him down either way. It looks like the pets are already attacking Chakra Baby. Is that the next guy getting an attack right now? I guess he has to be, since the pets already turned to him. Arth going for the Lichborn and Chakra Baby. Try to get a light and less to stop Arth for a second. Arth almost sounds like Arf. Like Arf, Arf, like a dog sound or whatever. Because his name is so hard to say, I just shortened to Arth. It's going to be AMS for the DK, but Shock Me Baby is standing his ground. Not looking like it's going to be a good for him. Just stand his ground. Does go for a big blow to the enemy. Huge Earth Shocker to Arth. Does he go for any more damage? Trying to get a Stormkeeper. Did not have a Stormkeeper set up ahead of time. That's so much missed damage for the blood of the enemy. Light and lasso onto Arth while Skyfear Totem is down. But it looks like Shock Me Baby is going to go down either way. Did not have himself a proper setup for a big blood of the enemy. Clap out, and Arth is going to have to go against P-Blood next. Blood open up with a big old Shadow Blaze. Looking to maybe end the game pretty early. Arth is completely out of cooldowns, but the cheap shots are going to be super DR'd. Not going to be able to sit on those cheap shots long at all. Arth looking to get away from P-Blood while he's got the evasion rolling. Just Chain of Ice spam while he's got it. Sprint coming out, and that's going to be Blood. Able to stay mobile and stay on top of Arth the whole time for a little bit. And Arth got himself Lichborn back up. The next unlock he's going to be able to get out of it is going to use Lichborn right now, as P-Blood does go for a full Shadow Duel or Shadow Dance setup. He's going to get some Shadow Strikes in there. Arth better try to dissuade that as best as possible. Is going to beef up the pet. Might be able to get a stun into Blood as soon as he goes for any kind of cool stun coming out on the Blood. He's going to trick it out of it. He's looking to get himself a setup. Getting those Shadow Strikes back up and running. Blind into Arth. Does not have a trinket for this one. Blood is still in a bad spot. It has to have Cloak of Shadows, does have Crucible, that's still a pet that's going to be there harassing him and stopping him at every corner. Arth does drop a Death and Decay. Blood does nowhere to go. Try to get some Nightblade set up and running onto Arth. He does pre-use that Death Pack. That's going to give him a huge health pool to deal with. That's a lot of damage that's getting sung by Blood. But he barely has any health. Actually could go down, and wow, Arth taking down all these rogues, cleaving people. Big ol' 1v4 by a DK out of nowhere. Who is Arth? And why does he do that much damage? How does he deal with rogues so easily? What the what? Well played, man. Well played. Gotta give him that one. The only guy that didn't get to play was Venge. What's up, fam? How you doing, dude? And there he is. Didn't let me go. Arth is a bad man for that, huh? We got us in a 101 duels, boys. We got 100 duels done. Holy crap. With these 5v5s, loaded players, it's hilarious. Off. What? Duels are far from being balanced. No. Duels are not balanced, but you do them just for fun, boys. I played like a trash, goddamn. Yo, boy, it's all good, man. It's alright. Don't worry about it, my guy. Dalaran have all the classes in the game at 120, and I love all of them, but I don't know which one to play for real. Yo, Elton, I feel like at this point, choose the playstyle you enjoyed the most, or a couple different playstyles, and just alt a couple characters, man. You know what I mean? I think it's perfectly fine to alt them. Fogs are the best, even if I can play one right. Those are pretty good, I think. Blizzard Pet's AI? Yeah, no, the pet, dude. That pet, man, he just ran in the other direction. Blizzard Pet AI, no, seriously. Some of these pets, dude, the Tyrant and most of the Warlock Demonology pets are pretty awful. And the Undead pets from Unholy Death Knights, I don't know how they can do the same thing they do for Beast Mastery pets, right? Because BM pets, for the most part, are pretty clever. BM pets are fairly quick to pick up on, like, oh, what's going on? Okay, I can swap to targets, right? But all the other pets, even like all the extra pets that BM pets summon, like the Basilisk, he'll pretty quick to pick up on like who you're tagging, who you're doing most damage to. He'll like waddle to them if you swap targets or whatever, right? He's not just gonna choose a target and just choose to attack himself. But the other pets, they just gotta want to sit on one single guy, man. What is this? Are you looking for an awesome guild to join? If so, you're looking for Descendants of Cain. We're an awesome guild looking for awesome social people. Message any of us if you are interested. But what if I'm anti-social? I don't want to join a guild. No thanks. Awesome guild and awesome people. Oh, right. Like, what the... What? That sounds like something that would have been messaged back in Cataclysm, dude, when everybody was 12. What? Ah! You know, it's going to be one of those guilds that's just like a social guild with just, all they try to do is just pack a bunch of people in there, and then eventually they'll probably just sell the guild so somebody can change the name so they can have a big-ass guild or something. It is going to be just for the sake of having people to get achievements and stuff like that, probably. We'll make you social. I'll take that as a threat. I don't want to be social. What? 5, we can use one. Alright, we'll get Lucra in there, and it looks like Seavark wants to go too, and Sav is ready too. Get us in plus. Alright, we got Seavark, we got Sav, we got Lucra. Let me get Lucra next, dude. Got Characters not balance. Balance is in the teamwork. Yeah, balance for WoW is in the teamwork. But the duels are so fun, man. Being able to come out and see just how far you can challenge yourself. Plus, these are 5v5 1v1 duels. So if you want a team, like let's say you're an Enhancement Shaman, but imagine Enhancement Shaman with a Warlock Hellstone. Enhancement Shaman with a Priest buff. Now you're a little tankier. Now the duel is a little closer. Now it's a little more fun to watch. You know what I mean? That's what the point of 5v5 1v1 duels. It's kind of like a teamwork effort, but not really. It's team buff effort. So when somebody makes a group, like if they want to get a Warlock in there, let's say Warlocks suck at the game, but they like the Hellstone, so other classes may be able to play. You get a Warlock in, you know what I mean? So one team might stack all monks all day, every day. One team might stack all rogues all day, every day. Another one would be like, I'm going to take you, I'm going to take you, I'm going to take you. Get a variety so that you can share a bus with everybody. Like you should. In communism. This is why we should all form a new communist party. That's what I was trying to get to, boys. Why are there so few survival hunters? They're good. They're just really hard to play. It's a weird spec, but it's a hard spec to play, I'd say. It's hard to pick up. I love the Arms Warriors, but Blizzard make me play Fury Warrior. I don't win any of the duels. Every healer's joke with Arms Warrior. Even healers joke with Arms Warrior. What? No, Arms Warrior is good for 2s and 3s. And in duels, Arms Warriors have a tough, but if you get the right trinkets, right stats, right enchants, maybe, you could make a play. Like, it's gonna be tough in another class for duels. If you value duels, you probably shouldn't be playing Arms Warrior, or you gotta put more effort on other classes. Katrikan on EU has made Arms work before. Katrikan is the guy that got a couple of duels videos on Arms. Been other Arms Warriors that also made it work too, in duels. Hish thinks so. I never heard me in a bit. I'm curious. It's 20? Yeah, more or less. I don't know what 20 sounds like. I feel like I'm in my 20s and I sound like a bitch, so I don't really know. You know what I mean? Armor's best in Arena. It's really good in Arena. We got ourselves Lucron, and I think we're gonna get Sav in here. We're gonna get Lucron and Sav. We got us a Seawork also in a back burner. We had him on a back burner for a bit. Feel bad for not getting him in immediately. We're gonna get him in soon. Dude, I'm 15. How do I sound 20? That means puberty hits you hard. Seawork, if you sound 20 when you're 15, that means puberty hits you in the best way possible, dude. That means puberty hits you in the best way possible. You could have sounded like a goddamn chipmunk. You sounded like a goddamn helium balloon, but you don't. Just be happy on that one, dude. Some dudes sound like they're literally perpetually stuck at 13 and they're like in their 30s. Puberty hits you in the right way possible. Just be glad of that. Matasa, let him remember peeps. Fine, Matasa. He's in EU. He actually joined some duels for EU yesterday. He didn't do all that well, but he didn't have a good of a time. But next time I think he's gonna have a better time because Marksman is hard and he'll have a better matchup. But he had a really hard matchups when he played. He tried his best, but it didn't work out that well. He went against big boys. Bruh, a class should not be under about under raw tank trinket. I hate that chicken PvP when tank chicken for mass rate FPS. Oh my goodness, dude. They'll rotate those trinkets next patch, boys. Come on. Actually, no, it's gonna be more of those under raw trinkets, and it's gonna be the Mechagon trinket. The every time takes on heal. Yeah, that's gonna be huge. One more time. Yeah, I got you. Get you guys going. Was roleplays still listed? It's all good, Lucron. I got you. I'll keep queuing until it works. It's gonna be bugged, so I'll keep queuing. Just don't worry about it. If I'm spam queuing, I'm doing it for a reason. I think it's still bugged. Wait. Alright. Resend again. Let's do this. Bop. Sometimes that works. Just unqueuing and queuing. We're gonna keep doing it until we get it right. Did it right this time? Money to do it one more time. Money to do it. But one more. I think I need to stop unqueuing myself. Okay, I'm just gonna give it a little bit of time, a little bit more time in between the queues, so the game has enough to process. So I'm just gonna keep queuing, boys. I can see. Can I see Mog Mount again? Oh, there you go. Mog it up, boy. Best PvP of all times in this game was BC and Mob. I played a Mob. That was actually pretty cool. BC I never played. I heard Wrath was pretty fun. Oh, this is bugged. This is pretty hard bugged. Alright, Lucron, Sav, leave groups. Leave any... No groups. Don't leave group. Don't leave group. Don't leave group. Leave the queue. Just leave the queue for any of the PvP stuff you have. I'll give it like 30 seconds or so. Don't leave group. God, I feel like I made a mistake because there's a delay in the chat. They'll be like, leave queue, leave group. Okay. And I'm like, no, leave queue. Hopefully you have somebody, I don't know, like LFG or PM. So you can whisper, invite me back. Shit, I'm sorry, I fucked up. Get mute, please. I don't know mute. Elton, you're more than welcome to message mute and ask him to come to these duels. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say, my guy. You can ask him yourself. There we go. Big ass arena. 12 on. Oh, this is gonna be a little bit toughy. Alrighty, boys, let's get another duel cranked up and running. What time is it? It is 6:51. Switch. Depending on how fast this duel goes, this might be one and done, but we'll see. We also got ourselves I'm So Dope Fool coming in as a big old monkus. Big old balls in his shoulders. Big old. On Team Blue with Claus Jr. Ooh, looking like, oh my god, you look like a wizard. I feel like you would be in a carny show. Showing, like, the kiddos some tricks. But what kind of warlock are you? It looks like maybe if you're Affliction, I'd be so happy. We also got Neptunes in the back, just chilling. We got ourselves Psyched, and we got ourselves Prominent as an Holy DK. Look at how prominently he looks up, dude. He's looking up, and I'm so dope. We also got ourselves Colossus in the back as a Frost DK. Nice smog, I like it. Lucron going up first as a Demonology. Rips as a Feral. Tenadre as a Demon Hunter, and Accent as a Rogue. Yo, Rips, be out of, thank you. Be out of cat form unless you're dealing, please. Thank you. Looks like Lucron is going to be walking up to I'm So Dope and giving it a little bit of a bow from his siege engine, dude. He's bowing while holding a big ass cannon at him. I'm So Dope should have himself quite a duel here. Lucron is going to have a little bit of a issue when it comes to trying to deal with a lot of the mobility and trying to get away from Monk. Touch of Death coming down immediately onto Lucron. Stun onto I'm So Dope as Lucron is going to go for Shadow Bolt. Maybe Fear right after is going to get Trinket out of I'm So Dope. And Lucron taking quite a bit of damage. Walling this up right now. And I'm So Dope is going to just bail out of there immediately. Lucron did use his wall just now. So that was going to be quite a cooldown. I'm dope, dude. Look around, I think might have to play back a little bit where I'm So Dope does not have nearly as easy of a time getting back to his pillar. I think that might be the way to go. He might need to walk him back to another side. It's going to be his own Guardian of Azeroth coming in, slapping down I'm So Dope, doing quite a bit of damage. Lucron still needs to get himself more imps up and running. Stun onto I'm So Dope with a demonic turn to follow up. Does not have a Trinket to follow. That's going to be Karma immediately. Trinket coming out, not for either one actually. It's going to be Karma reflected back, I think, by I'm So Dope by Lucron. How is he still taking damage to Karma? What is going on? Is he going to die? Stunned by the second pet. Double Felguard on him. Vivifus are coming out. The Tyrant is over there. Guardian of Azeroth slapping him up right now. Guardian of Azeroth does separate away. How is I'm So Dope dying? There's Lucron. Wait, can Lucron reflect back up? Yo, Prominent, give him some breathing room. Can he reflect the Karma back? Is that what happens? Does he reflect Karma damage? That is insane if he does. Prominent with a Lichborn immediately. Got an Abomination rolling. Gonna be a Fear onto Prominent. Lucron might want to reset up his own gateway, trying to get some more Fears into Prominent. Gonna get reflected on and stun onto Prominent. He trickets out of it immediately. Lucron with barely any health. Does go for a Horror Effect on Prominent. Looking to maybe get a Hand of Gold done as well. Maybe a Fear right after. Shadow Fear trying to come out. Gonna be AMS for Prominent. Looks like he might be able to prominently have Lucron up right now. Lucron trying to get a Drain Life going, but the Necrotic's huge, trying to get a Fear. I think it's going to be done and done for Lucron, unless he got any more tricks up his sleeve. Let's get a Fear onto Prominent. Barely any health, go for Drain Life over those pets. Might want to get himself a Demonic Gateway in the other direction. Barely has a shield up and running. Can he somehow recover back on health? Might want to go for any kind of CC onto Prominent. Maybe the stuns trying to climb out. Does he ever even have health? His health bar lives. The health bar lives. He does go for a short stun onto Prominent. Might be able to get a Horror Effect to follow if he can somehow find a way to cut him around. Prominent, no AMS available for a bit. He is going to get the pets up and running with a Horror Effect to follow. Finally, somehow recovering back on health. Might be able to get a setup rolling. Gonna be maybe Fear. Does juke out of the Fear. That's going to be a full Fear into Prominent. Lichborn's out of the Fear, though. That's going to be some Necrotics trying to stack up on a Lucron, getting a Hand to go down back to back. Gonna go for a big old Tyrant summoning. Prominent doesn't have an answer for the Tyrant right now. That's going to be a stun onto Lucron. Doesn't have Lichborn anymore. Lots of Necrotics stacked up on Lucron. Second pet stun available for Prominent. Lucron could go for a Warlock Gateway right now if he wanted to. It looks like Gateway got set up for Prominent if he wants to take his own Gateway. But it looks like he's not going to be able to go for it now. He does go for a Gateway. Who set up a Gateway for this guy? He's already on Holy DK. Necrotics is stacked up quite high onto Lucron. If he can somehow find a way to get more pet damage and more CCs up and running onto Prominent, and just kind of do some damage while being away from the guy. He might be able to come back. He's going to get pets up and running. Stun into Prominent. Is that going to be Malik onto Prominent too? It is a Mali. Horror effect to fall. And looks like Prominent might go down. Lucro taken out in Death Knight with Sight going up next. Trying to go for a fear. Going to be a stun trick inside of it. Reflect coming out and is going to be able to land the guaranteed fear onto Sight. How is Lucron still in the game? Next fear coming out onto Sight right afterwards. Trying to drain life as best as he can. Shadow Fury onto Sight from a distance with yet shortest Fury in the world. Just trying to keep him at bay as best as possible. Lucron without any defenses left while coming up with 100 cooldowns. That's all he really essentially has until he can get more cooldowns rolling. Does get himself the Guardian of Azeroth rolling up. That's going to be able to slap around Sight for a little bit, but Lucron with barely any health. Looks like he might be going down. How did Lucron take down a Monk with Reflect and then kill Prominent right after? That is insanity, dude. And then you expect for him to be able to take on a Demon Hunter after. That's impossible. Think of it like this, boys. Lucron made some insanely amazing plays, and he's letting the rest of the Team Blue get to play the game. All right, let's look at it like that. Accent is going up next, trying to pick up on that sub-rogue damage that we've seen out today, but it's going to be Sight going up in the air, trying to punch Accident. There's no Accident, he's up in the air, slamming those Fel Lances at him. But looks like the Rogue is going to have to back out of there for a little bit. Can Accident come back? Isaac picked up for Sight. He doesn't even need to go for Spectral Sight. He just going to find the Rogue and tag him for a second. Using the Fel Rush, it's actually going to land that stun onto Accident. Did go for a little bit of a circle spin with that eye beam. Tried to find the Rogue again. Cheap shots are coming out. Sight is going to get quite a bit of healing, though. The Underworld Trinket while Leech is up and running is huge. But the dampening is finally going to pick up. Accident going for the killing shot, but it's so DR. Might want to bail out of that situation. Maybe Cloak of Shadows advantage. Blinder to Sight. No Trinket available. I think the Tyrant is the Bro Karma. Maybe. That might have been it, or maybe you can reflect it. We don't know. Lucron is not telling us any secrets. Sap onto Sight right now. Perfect opportunity for Accident to get back in the combat, but he's not going to do it. The Sight is going to have to go for a full reset. Might want to come out and get some Crucible heals if that's what he is running for. Unless he is Conflict and Strife. Does land another Sap onto Sight. It could go for a setup here. Nightblade tried to make it happen, but that's going to be a stun onto Accident instead. That was an accident. Meant to cheap shot him. Trinket out of the Demon Hunter. Immediately touch of death coming out. Or cheat death coming out of Accident. And Kalosis is up next as a Frost DK. I have no idea how this Frost DK is going to catch up and how he's going to deal with Sight. But he's going to have to get some Chain of Ice in him. Spam those Chain of Ice. Get the big Remorseless Winter. Big portal coming out for Sight. Yo, Klaus, can we disable the port? Can we disable a port for only a mobile Demon Hunter? Can you set up a port in the room or something and set one up the next time you're going up duel, man? What the hell is that? That is just a little bit unfair. Use the port for yourself, Klaus. I don't think Psych really needs it. That's just a bit too much mobility. Klaus, Kalos has tried to stay on top of Psych as best as possible. Let Remorseless Winter really mangle him, but that's going to be Darkness out of Sight. There's also going to be a Blur out of Sight as well. But now he's out of defenses. If Kalosis can somehow stay in there, does grip him down back to the ground, get out of the clouds, boy, but that's going to allow Sight to use the mobility to bail out of there. No more grips available, no more grips needed, and Kalosis is going to have to go back to chasing Sight while he's trying to wait out for defenses. Kalosis does not Chain of Ice him. First global should have been Chain of Ice so he could actually catch up to the Demon Hunter, but he's looking to just bail away from this guy and try to get out of there immediately. I don't know if he can catch up. He does get hit with an imprison. Psych might have an opportunity to be able to get a setup. He's going to get hit with Chain of Ice. Picking himself a new bit. A new Warlock House. So that's perfectly allowed. That's fine. He wants to pick himself up a new one. That's perfectly allowed. Kalosis got himself a bit of that Remorseless Winter rolling Sight. Actually taking more damage than Kalosis is. But that's going to be a defensive out of Kalosis with that Lichborn. He's just going to put himself in a bad situation. Cannot move fast enough. Trying to get some damage to Sight. Threw a snowball in there. Got Sight to about 50% health. But he's going to have a Blur up and running sometime soon. Sight though, using a lot of his own self-heals. A little bit too early by the looks of it. It looks like he's healing a little bit too early. Ooh, grip coming out of the Sight. Now he knows he has the mobility to get away from Kalosis. But the Chain of Ice are going to be slowing down. The better Kalosis is at maintaining Chains of Ice, the better it's going to go for him. It's going to trick it out of the stun, get an interrupt onto Sight. And it's going to be a bit of a tussle down the middle for a bit. Kalosis is also playing the Underworld Trinket, trying to leverage the proc rate for that Trinket to deal with Sight. He's going to try to stay as tanky as possible so he can offset a lot of the mobility or a lot of the healing through the Trinket. Less Jet Strike needed, more Frost Strikes, and it's going to be yet another gateway. Yo, Klaus, my man, I'm asking you nicely. Could you please move the gateway? Could you please move gateway, Klaus? Come on, Psych is already mobile. He doesn't need more mobility. You're kidding me. You're crazy, dude. Plenty of mobility as a Demon Hunter. Come on, man, be cool about it. Gonna be a kick onto Psyched by Colossus. Does get Lichborn up and running, but it's gonna be Psyched with a Demon form. It looks like every time Psyched has got himself Metamorphosis up and running, he's gonna be invulnerable for a little bit of time. It's gonna bail out of that Colossus just with a lack of mobility, being a wheelchair Death Knight. Not a lot you can really do. He needs to get himself huge Remorseless Winter though into Psyched. It looks like he got himself some resources rolling, got his empowered Rune up and rolling. Maybe big Remorseless Winter could be the end here. Gonna be Blur up and running for Psyched, but he's gonna go up in the air, gonna grip it back down from the clouds. Psyched has not been able to get some freebie damage at all out of this, and is looking to bail out of there. Claus, come on, what is this, dude? What is that gateway? I see what you're doing. You're giving him an out, man. What the hell is that? Dude, if Psyched loses this with all those outs and all that help by Claus, that'll be insane. Colossus, you better win this one, my man. You better do this. You better put him down to the ground. Psyched got himself huge Metamorphosis, however. Trinkets out of a Strangulate. Looks like he's trying to go all in on the Death Knight. Colossus got himself Remorseless, but that Leech is going to keep Psyched alive for a little bit longer than he's expecting. Double underarm for both of these two. Huge procs for Psyched right now. Huge amount of healing with Lichborn. Gonna be Lichborn or Leech. Gonna be Lichborn coming up for Colossus though with AMS as well. Trying to leverage as much defense as he can versus Psyched, but nothing he can do against the full might of Demon Hunter damage. All he can do is go for heals. Does he even have transfusion? He might just go down, trying to stay alive with those death strikes as best as possible. Try to get a lift off for Psyched. Gonna get gripped down to the ground. Transfusion coming up for Colossus. Might be able to come back on a bunch of health. Psyched is using the gateway again for Colossus. Oh my goodness. If he did not have the gateway, Psyched might have actually lost his duel a while ago too. But that's gonna be a stun onto Psyched. Colossus trying to see if he can come back. Blurs up and running for Psyched as he got himself full demon form up and running. Big snowball climbing, but Psyched does take down Colossus, and he's teabagging. Oh my goodness, he had every help in the world and he's teabagging him like a scumbag. I'm really hoping that somebody puts this man into the dirt right now. Psyched just trying to make a play here as best as he can. Trick coming down, trying to hang around by the gateway again. Tangible should be on his tail as best as possible. 10 minutes in, 34% dampening. Tangible having to mount up as Psyched just trying to bail out of there, man. Huge assist for Psyched. What is this scumbaggery here? Him and Claus Jr. just got themselves in a perfect setup right now. Psyched is getting so much assistance. I don't know if Tangible can come back. Yo, Tangible, somebody needs to punish him. Rips, maybe you. One of you guys is probably going to do it, right? In prison on the side, he's going to reverse the stun onto Eternally. Got himself demon form up and running. He's going to go for as much self-healing as possible, using every crucible available for self-heal. Claus setting him up again. Another care package with this Lock Health Stones. Lock Health Stones are fine, honestly. Lock Health Stones are fine. This is the gateway that I have trouble with. Darkness coming down for Psyched as he is actually super low in health. Trying to stay in darkness as best as possible. Tangible, is he going to be able to punish him? Gateway coming out, looking to bail out of there. That's extra fell rush for him in a way, and down he goes like a scumbag. He is. Tangible taking him out. Claus, are you playing the destruction war, like helping out his friend over there? Psyched, how did you lose when you had so much help from Claus setting up those gateways left and right for you? How does that even happen? Claus, are you demonology? You are destruction. It looks like Tangible actually got himself a tyrant up or a guardian up and running over there. Maybe? Looks like it is. Claus going for a little bit of reflect with an Infernal, trying to see if he can clap out big damage onto Tangible. He does drop Darkness Absorbing that cancels, but completely is going to walk out of the darkness for a second, try to get right back into it, absorb as much damage as possible. Claus with a wall, trying to sling a couple of cannons bolts at Tangible. Does get one in. Fear coming out, does get interrupted, going up in the air right now, and that's going to be some fell lances from above. Claus getting burned through his full safety trinket. He doesn't have any health whatsoever. Tangible just needs one global or two to take down Claus. He probably should to swap to a different pet, and Claus does go down in Tangible, getting attacked by Neptune's immediately. Neptune's actually backed up for a second, waiting to make sure that Claus is done and over with. Neptune's popping in IBF immediately just to deal with Tangible stun right now. Trinkets out of it. Why? He's got a 47% dampening. Can Tangible somehow come back out of this, or if Neptune's be able to take him down to the ground like the Gravekeeper? He is big. Necrotics onto Tangible, and down he goes as the army of the day just rips him apart. Speaking of rips, Rips is up next as a feral. He does have double wall, he does have himself renewal, but with this high dampening, Will Neptunes be able to just live by the power of the pets and the damage, or are the bleeds gonna actually shred him? Wraith walking through the rips. Is it going down to the dots? Actually down to the dots, and down it goes. Oh my god, Psych, that was so scum, man. You gotta admit it. You gotta admit it, that was so scum, dude. So much help. I was robbed. I'm Colossus. You were robbed. You were robbed, my man. That was so unfortunate. That was so unfortunate. If Psy came in with a different team and didn't have claws there, I feel like that might have went a little differently. He did get robbed. Oh man, there's only so much we could do. Like, warlocks are allowed to put up gateways, but it's kind of expected of warlocks to like set up a gateway for yourself next time you're going for the duel. You know what I mean? Set up the gateway for yourselves, but like, what can I can't like ban somebody out of these as soon as I can't like ping somebody out as soon as like somebody messes around or whatever, right? Out of these deals, I literally can't do it. So it's kind of expected that people come in with mutual respect. But I mean, junior guy, right? The warlock junior guy. I mean, he got clapped out pretty quick. You know what I mean? I don't think that man came in with a lot of skill and preparation. I feel like he came in as like, you know what, me and my friend Psyched are really not, we cannot stand toe to toe with some of these other bad boys that really put in the time and the effort into the classes. So we're just gonna try to headshot as much damage as we can. Cause that warlock got clapped out pretty quickly with all those kills, both sending Infernal and everything. I mean, he fell for every single trap and even took so much extra fell lens damage. There's a reason why he needs all that extra help and why he's giving extra help for a friend of his. Anyway, are we done for the duels, or are we doing more? Are we done, or are we doing more, boys? What are we doing? That is the next question. That is the question. Bring Mute. Dude, I don't know who Mute is. I don't know this guy in person. Elton, I don't know what else to tell you, dude. I told you, I don't know this guy. I don't know him. If I've seen him in videos, or if he has been in videos, I don't remember him. He either didn't make an impression or he's not a regular. My guy, I don't know what else to tell you. Chat, just, I don't know what else to tell you. Chat, help me out here. This guy keeps asking for it over and over. I don't know what else to tell you. One last game for stream. Alrighty, we can get that going. Boris, got a group up and running too. We're ready, Dal. Is that Ty's group? Yo, Dal, new faces. Didn't Ty just play? Or was it not Ty's group that just played? Maybe it wasn't Ty's group that just played. Or was it? We can get Ty and see what I guess, yeah? There's no way I can win that with dampening. Yeah, it's tough, Neptunes. It is tough, but sometimes it just happens, man. Tickle just went up, would have had him join. Dude, I would have loved to have some Tickle in here, Sarge. I would have loved to have some Tickle in here. Alrighty. Alright, let's get one more going. Let us go, please, please. Well, Ty wants to go, and Boris wants to go. So, should we just keep... Seawork also wants to play, so that's 3 people that want to play. One of you guys just won't be able to play, man. I'm sorry. I can only do like 1. You know what I mean? Boris hasn't played in a bit. I don't know when Ty played. The leader's role, that's not gonna work. I won't be able to actually see the roles because they need to be on the same faction. You know what I mean? If Boris was to like make an alliance character on my server, which is Dalaran, US Dalaran, and roll, but I don't think he wants to do it. His group is probably gonna fall apart if he does that. It's pretty super late. Just thought it was a little cute. No, just a buddy of mine, pal, just chilling. What's up, David Chan? Hope you're having a good one, my man. Dalaran, my man. What's up, man? How you doing, dude? That's a bright ass rainbow, by the way. Yo, can all of you use the rainbow toy and see if we can blind the screen? I want to see if it could be just like a full, just a flash of white. I want to see what happens. Let me fight Boris. Well, Seawork also wants to play too. So I don't know. Seawork didn't get to play for a bit, or his team didn't get to play for a bit. Man, that's tough. They've been struggling with 1 class and pump 30% damn for me. Yeah, that's tough, man. It's tough. I gotta really see what Lucron did that game, dude. I really gotta see because not only did it burn through our karma, but so the monk also gets healed while karma is up and running, right? I almost got it. There's a portion of the screen, this part is not blanked out. If we can get another toy and blank out this part of the screen, then we could just have a flashbang for the chat. One more. One more. We need one more. Play Boris and Seawork. Yeah, I'm just gonna buy in time here. Try to figure it out. Seawork and me won 4 times. I was 3 games ago or 2. Yeah. Everybody's always gonna try to defend themselves. I'm not listening, Venge. Everybody's always gonna try to be a reasonable guy. But, and then just always make themselves feel like look like that. Oh, I never get to play. Come on, man. That's not cool. Whether it's true or not, just don't do that. Doing good. Hope you enjoyed the pizza. Yo, it was fucking good, dude. It was fucking good. I was really busy yesterday, so I did eat the food, but I didn't really get to like really chill back and enjoy it. I've been busy, dude. It's been pre-patch 8.3 stuff. You know what I mean? It was a fast 5 time completion. Oh, like 5 minutes with a death knight. Neptune's actually did it. All right, let me do a roll. Top rolls are gonna get. Can I do this actually somehow? Hold on, can I move this? Yeah, let's do this. Wait, interactive, unlock window. Okay, top rolls are gonna be the one to play. So I'm gonna do a roll for Seavark, right? Seavark roll. 46. Boris roll. 33. Ty. Wait. Ty. Roll. So, 2 highest rolls are going to be Seavark and Ty. That's how I'm going to do it. Sorry, Boris. I literally put it up to RNG at that point, man. I literally put it up to RNG. Just to put it up there somehow. You know what I mean? Oh my god, I'm just stacked with flags. Let's go, dude. I like that one on the right. What is that one? Oh, it just disappeared. Crap. Alright, it's going to be Ty, 299, and Seavark. We got to get those two going as the very last duel of the day. Again, I just wanted to make sure it's like as fair as I could. So I just put it to RNG. Like one of you guys won't be able to play, you know what I mean? I want all of you guys to play. I want all y'all to play. But what the fuck is... Ty, why do you have a tank in your group? What? Hello? Ty? Switch. Ty. Why is it a tank in your group? Wait. Is that the same tank? Santa tank? Is that the same Santa tank from before? More Daleks? No, this guy's a Dark Iron. The other guy was a normal tank. Normal. Huh? Could be one of the most boring duels ever with the tank, but we'll see how it goes. We got us as more Alex, Arthroid, we got us as Aaron, Monk, and Benchcraft going up first. Again, boys, I did not expect for this guy to bring a tank in, and it could be a long ass duel because of the tank, but we'll see. Maybe he got some big damage on him. Well, let's try it. We'll try it. Let's see, work in the back. We got us as Dave DK going up first as an unholy Dave. I haven't seen that name in a while. Hedge. We got Top Shelf and Xeraxa. That's what it is. Dave already having to go against Benchcraft as he's going to pelt him from above. This fella lets Dave actually not even trying to look for line of sight. Just going to go for the big old AMS, stunning Benchcraft while he's up in the air as he's getting mauled. His toes is getting mangled on by the big abomination. Just going for that big old toe spree, toe jam eats, man. The big toe buffet. Dave having to go for a big old IBF right now as Benchcraft going for full metamorphosis. Huge damage coming out of the DK. Imprisoned onto Dave for a second as the army does fall apart. And Dave still has his pets, but it's going to be darkness coming down. Dave might need to back out of there, get some more beefy pets, get some more big damage out of his other pets. Benchcraft is going to have massive healing for the time being while he is in full metamorphosis. He is going to use Eye of Leftovers onto Dave DK, but it doesn't sit long enough. You just keep casting spells and being a Death Knight. Some of your abilities are spells, but others not really spells. They're just melee abilities. That's going to be summoned to Dave DK for a second. As Benchcraft is out of Metamorphosis, is going to go flying up in the air. Dave is going to take quite a bit of pelting from above, actually popping in AMS, letting the abilities soak into his AMS. That should give him some runic power on top of it. And he's going to use that runic power to get some death strikes off of that. Benchcraft going in with a bit of IB and picking up the eye. It's going to be 5% extra damage that he takes. And Dave DK might be able to take advantage of that situation, trying to get some resources set up, trying to get some damage rolling into Benchcraft as he's out of Metamorphosis. No cooldowns left for Benchcraft at all. Does get an Eye of Lethros onto Dave DK yet again. Hopefully that Lethros doesn't really do too much damage to him, as it does do percentage damage if he continues to use spells, and looks like it doesn't sit there long. Vengecraft looking to bail out of the army of the dead, actually backpedaling a little bit. Going to be a grip into a stun. Dave DK looking to maybe end the game right now. Abomination joining the fight there, trying to get a couple claps on the side. Going to be Cassius shooting spells at Venge. He's going to get himself that big old eye beam, does get himself into the demon form for a second, trying to go for massive leech. Just turned around and started smacking one of the pets as much damage as he could. Recovered quite a lot of health out of it too. Going up in the air, going to be instant AMS out of Dave. Has not gone for a grip down to from the heavens for Venge yet, which might be good for him, might be bad. Means he always has a grip every time Venge backs up, but if you grip him back down, you do deny the cooldown. So it's a question of, do you deny? Actually going to be Vengecraft getting a stun on the pet. Grave Robber, why would you stun the pet? Dave got himself big transfusion. Venge is on a very much back foot right now, not really looking all that good. Still trying to hang in there, trying to survive, barely any health left. Necrotics is starting to really ramp up and stack up, and Venge, he might be in a bad spot. Down it goes. Dave DK taking him out. I think he sent out a death call at the very end. Monk is up next. The +1 agility. The naked shirt Monk is up next with Dave. Hitting him in a bit of a leg sweep with a whirling dragon punch to follow Dave. Looking like he doesn't take any damage whatsoever. But Karma coming out really early for Monk. There's even going for reverse magic or diffuse magic. Double roll coming out with one dragon kick and a roll coming out for Monk just to catch up to Dave. He's been able to kite Monk the whole time. Abomination joining the fight. That's going to be a group as he's trying to bail the hell out of there. Could maybe go for a stun. Somehow he's still walking. I don't even know how he's moving. He looks like he's walking, but he's actually sprinting. Tricky coming out of Monk out of that stun as the armor of the dead joins the fight. Fist of Fury coming out, but the casters are going to clap out Monk. Not a lot he can do. Oh my god. Dave's casters, the undead casters, are doing work. And next up is going to be Mort Alex as the protection paladin. So far these duels have been very, very quick. And that's going to be Cyclotronic out of Mort Alex, looking to maybe get some damage into Dave, who got that AMS rolling. We'll see if Mort Alex got himself any kind of a DPS heavy playstyle. This might be the longest fight ever. This might be a quick fight. This might be lots of damage, big damage, surprising damage out of the paladin, but we'll have to wait and see, boys. Again, it's a paladin, it's a tank. I realize that. I did not expect for him to do it, but he's actually doing quite a bit of damage to Dave. It's actually doing quite a bit of damage to Dave. Bubble coming out for Mort Alex really early on. Is that good for Dave? Is that purposely done for Mort? He's going to get some of those judgments in there. Mort does have, I believe, a double bubble, because one of them will be through on a talent where you have this angel girl run up and just pop a shield on you. And Dave is actually taking quite a bit of damage. What is this? Hodge on the Dave. He does have IBF rolling. Does he have any kind of healing? Confusions are coming out. That's gonna be maybe could be a bop out of Mort Alex just to deny any kind of healing for Dave. Does get a grip onto the paladin. He still continues to use consecration to pop a slow onto Dave, though. Gonna be that second bubble coming out of the girl. Dave needs to find a way to kill the girl or interrupt her. Needs to use some sort of CC to get her. I wonder if you can grip her, but Mort Alex is gonna have the bubble there for a second. Dave popping an AMS, trying to get himself the army up and running. Gonna be a stun onto Mort Alex. He's getting a Hodge on Dave. Dave is gonna get out of it fairly quickly. The consecration slows is still happening. Silence on the Dave DK, and he cannot get any kind of damage back to Mort Alex. And whenever damage, actually Mort Alex is able to block back a little bit of holy damage back to Dave every time one of the dots ticks down because of a talent that Mort Alex has. Going to be gripped back onto the tank, and Dave trying to see if he can survive this. Mort Alex popping himself even more defensive right now. I believe that might be a blessing of basically a blessing of protection, but I think it's called blessing of sanctuary that makes him immune to magical abilities. So any stuns or grips for Dave are going to be making him immune. That's going to be Hodge on Dave. Can Mort Alex turn this around? Does he have any big damage right here? Does he have huge judgment? Got himself wings up and running. Crucible to follow. Judgment clapping him up right now. Dave coming back in with a bit of transfusion. Does Mort Alex have an answer for this one at all? Looks like Dave is going to recover in a lot of that health, and Mort Alex is bailing out of there, just trying to use the consecration to slow Dave down a little. So Dave actually already figured it out. Consecration, bad. Want to go around the other way because like he's slowed. Why is running consecration? It's a perfect kiting material. Hodge onto Dave DK. Mort Alex is going to get him some Cyclotronic. Could be quite a bit of damage to Dave. Does AMS it though. He does AMS and Mort Alex still trying to play for the burst play style for a prod, dude. Is he even going to be able to die? I feel like at this point, Mort Alex might have 0 chances to die. But so far, he's been playing mobile playstyle. He's trying not to get into melee with Dave at all. So Dave hasn't really been able to really go for big damage to Mort Alex whatsoever. It looks like Mort Alex just trying to win, but just kiting around Dave and letting and just whittle him down over time. Like Hodge and throw some judgments in there. Looks like he's trying to get a Hodge set up or something. Does get a judgment in. Headed for you to follow. Stun getting hit on Mort Alex. He does get a judgment. Dave, does he get to follow up any more damage right after? He's just actually just gonna wait it out. Silence of the Dave doesn't have a way to respond here. Might be able to get the Crucible. Does get a grip onto the Paladin. Does the Paladin get away? Crucible right after. Dave actually goes down. Mort Alex survives that one. 7 minutes in, 30% dampening. The next step is going to be Seavark. Seavark should have himself. Greater Power Blast should be huge here. He's playing Fire Mage, which is perfect. Mort Alex, does he get frozen? He actually somehow does not get frozen. Where did Seavark go? He blinked away for a second. The Greater Power Blast should be huge against Mort Alex here, because that is percentage damage. It doesn't matter how much health you have. You're a tank. You're still going to take 35% of your health worth of damage. No defenses, no nothing. Just going to burn right through you. Let's see if Mort Alex stands a chance, or let's see if Seavark can actually pin him down. Because Mort so far has been playing like a very kiting, very distant, very like tickle you down damage over time build. He hasn't really been going to melee, but maybe that is how you have to play prod. You don't really have like a lot of like melee uptime, so you might as well just kite people around. What the what? Everybody on Team Red decided to attack Mort Alex, I guess. I mean, he is a tank. But I guess Seavark was like, yeah, I don't think I can beat a prot ever. I'm just gonna send my team at him. Mort Alex is hoping that everybody resets, or maybe that his team helps him. It's not gonna. It looks like it's not gonna happen at all, though. Yeah. And Dave DK got rezzed. Okay, well, that's how the duel, that's how the cookie crumbles. You just bring a tank, and it was going pretty good, and I thought Seavark had an opportunity to actually do something. Now it's just a mess as Mort Alex getting blown out of the water. Top shelf is super low on health. It looks like it's up down to Aaron and Arthroy. Arthroy not really all that good as Hedge is starting to pressure him with Dave DK. Top shelf looking like he's going to bail out of there immediately. Seavark just looking at the game right now as Dave and Hedge are tussling it out. Aaron is taking a lot of damage as Xerox is just doing some freebie pot shots from Stellar Flares. It looks like Top Shelf joins the fight as well. It looks like Team Red just got obliterated. I thought it was actually a decent duel, but then I guess Seavark or somebody on Seavark's team was like, nah, let's just jump his bones. It actually looked like it was kind of possible to deal. Again, Greater Pyroblast versus the Protection Paladin. I feel like you could still beat him, but well, that's shown to shit show. Bro, the fuck is this? What? Ty, you brought in a prot. I didn't say anything, so then people on Seavark's team then, I thought I could win. I guess everybody at Hash and the DK decided, yeah, fuck it, let's just one-shot this boy. This is a tank. The new, the would have lost. I'm literally rank 3 world prot. Are you really? Are you actually rank 3 world prot? Rank 3. I guess it doesn't really take a lot to get to rank 3, right? As prot. It does have a lot of like, look, he has a lot of damage. That's a damage trait. That's a healing trait sorta, but that's a damage trait. That's a damage trait. Yeah, he has actually all damage traits. Crucible, Conflict of Strife, Notification, Dynamo. Honor Talents of Steedo, Glory, Guardian of Forgotten Queen, and Shield of Virtue for the Silence. That's damage focused. Damage focused. Yeah, this guy was actually kind of damage focused. He does have Hand of Protector for shorter cooldown. But like, what else is he gonna do there, right? All the others are defensives. Yeah, I feel like actually it would have been alright. I feel like that could have been a decent duel, but, well, I mean, that went down the hill very quickly. But then again, they were like, probably like, why did you bring a tank? Is this a meme? Are we gonna lose to a tank? I actually was kind of excited. I wanted to see what would happen at the end of that duel, but rest in peace, boy. Rest in peace, Mort Alex. Yo, Vengecraft, next time just let me know that you got a prot. Next time just let me know that you got a prot. The thing is, I beat Hash in a duel and he's mad about me winning. You are a prod, I guess. I don't know. I'm not even going to get into this drama, boys. Alrighty, that was, I think, enough for the duels for the day. I think it's time for me to get some food, boys. I think we had a lot of good duels overall. That was a messy one at the end, but I think that was a lot of good duels. That sounds like a lot of drama. I don't even want to step my foot in. So we're going to call it here. Thank you, boys, so much for coming by. Hope you guys enjoyed. Prep Ballad, Talented Divine Steed, makes them immune to any CC, including 5 seconds. Does it really? That is incredible. I did not know that. That actually would be so cool. He deserved this? You think so? I was actually interested to see what's going to happen in that fight, man. I personally was interested. But, you know, everybody's to their own. If 5 minutes was a record, then I'm going to pop some bottles and celebrate. Yo, go for it, them tits. I think that was a record, man. That was a record in the longest time. 5 minutes was very quickly before dampening kicked in. Buff enhance, I agree with that, my dude. I told him to go ready to prod. So it's okay. Like if he says, yo, I want to try prod, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try prod. I'll be like, okay, he's gonna play prod. Everybody be aware. He knows, right? But I think the thing is they got upset because it surprised them, and some people are like, again, I don't want to get into it. Prop Pally in Arena though? Yeah, it's tough, dude. The fuck is happening? I have no idea, dude, but it's a mess. Hopefully some people had fun in all that mess. I know that there was a boomkin in the back. They're just like get the Star just back there, dude. Or solo rats. You just get some previews, man, you know what I mean? Well, Steve Mark, I know Life Outlaw, man. I feel him on that, dude. I know Life Outlaw, dude. I feel him on that, man. I know Life Outlaw. This is the spec that you like and you want to play it and you really want to play it as you do. What can you really do about it? Am I right? What can you really do about it? World record, let's go. Let's go, boys. Will you do keys today? No, Vlad. I'm actually done for the night. I'm done with the keys, man. That's what we got for the day. We got keys done for it. Oh, no, not keys. Tomorrow keys, most likely. But we're doing what, duels today? We actually had a lot of good duels, man. Good stream. I will main marksman hunter. I'll take it to work. Yo, go for David Chan. I got to sell some dues to watch, some channels to hit up on some marksman hunter. Hit me up, dude. DM me in Discord, and I'll get you some links, man, if you want to get a good start. Those guys have some good information. They're good dudes. Your prop pals gladiator spec alright. I'm okay with that, dude. If that game, like, if you just want to play paladin with a sword and shield, but still want to be just as squishy as a red and just as many defenses as a red, I'm perfectly okay with that, dude. Hey, I'm perfectly okay with that. That should give them like a DPS alternative, right? Let's say like sacrifice half of your defensives, or like most of your defenses, but like 2, and then give them like 1 defensive into an make their offensive cooldown 1 offensive cooldown even stronger, and give them more sustained damage. I'll be okay with that, dude. I'll be okay with that. We're gonna lose. Come on, dude. Get out of here with that. Get out of here with Texas, man. It's whatever, man. It's over. Alrighty, boys. Thank you for much coming by. I appreciate all of you guys. Are always enjoyable to hang out with. And I'll see you boys next stream. Alrighty, boys. Alrighty. Peace.